Going. Hey guys! Good evening everyone, and welcome to tonight's session of Against the Tides. This is a homebrew campaign set in the continent of Wildemount, if you're at all familiar with that. In the world of Exandria, might be familiar with that. I'm joined today in every session by our wonderful group of players. We're gonna kick it off with a round of introductions. We're gonna start it with Sarah.
Hello. I am Osara Franco. I play Kilby Sparkspinner, the Forest Gnome Druid Bard. And I'm really excited to be here. And my favorite cookie is Snickerdoodles. Passing it on to Chum.
Excellent.
I am Chum, go by Chum Nation on the internet, and I'm playing Anders Oberon, the human Shadow Monk Soul Knife Rogue. It's a mouthful. And so are chocolate chip cookies if you stuff enough of them in there. So that's my favorite. Over to Ty.
Oh, hey, everybody. I'm Ty, Tyrant, Dr. Tyrant on all the interweb things. I play Mistwood Ironfist, the dwarf paladin. And my favorite cookie is also Snickerdoodle. Yay!
Very good.
What's your favorite cookie, Saint?
You know, I'm gonna get hate for this. I have two favorite cookies. Two. One of them's peanut butter.
That's a good pick. Good
Yeah,
pick.
the other one's oatmeal cookies with raisins.
Let's be honest.
Okay, but those are good.
I just like cookies. So
Listen, here's the thing. If you lost me at raisins. I was on board, and then you said
no, everybody
bad
is.
word.
Everybody
and
is.
I'm out.
Because you think it's chocolate chip, and then you bite into it, and it's raisins, and you feel jebaited. Anyway,
Yeah,
hi.
I like oatmeal raisin.
I do too. Hey, anyway, hi. I'm Dio of Saints. I play Turley Remington, the Tortle Taurus Life Cleric, and Bright.
Hi everybody, my name is Bright. You can find me on all forms of social media at Bright Dystopia. I'll be playing Poigny Duman, half demon of a certain class. And my favorite cookie is deconstructed liquid sour mash and peanut butter.
There you have it.
I guess that leaves it up to me. Hey, what's up? I'm Ash. Go by Ashton Rabbit here on Twitch and all over the internet. I am the GM for this. And my favorite cookie is frosted oatmeal cookies. You know those Mother's ones? Like either in the bag or like in the sleep. Yeah. I could eat a whole one of those. Doesn't matter what kind it is. Bag
So do you-
I will eat all of them.
Do you like the rat droppings on your cookie too? Or
Get
is
outta
that
here.
just Saint?
I mean,
Get
I
out.
like raisins. I don't
I
know
like
that
the
I
raisin,
like them.
oatmeal raisins too. So
I like raisins too because I'm a reasonable person.
I'm a child. I can't.
They're dried grapes.
I'll stay
They're bad.
unreasonable.
They're just a really, really sweet grapes.
What about raisinets? I mean, raisinets are delicious.
Those are good.
Those are
I like grapes
fantastic.
in all forms. On the vine.
Yeah.
In wine.
Mhm.
On a
Wine I
cookie.
can get on board with. I'm fine
Yeah.
with wine. That's okay. That's okay by me.
God, you get whiter by the second, don't you?
It's true. let's grab brunch. We can talk about it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Can't wait to hear you mispronounce chilaquiles.
Can I get some chicken-quads?
The amount of ways I heard that spelled when I worked at a restaurant that served those or said is unbelievable. It's so many. Oh my god.
Great.
Can I get some Cracker Barrels in the chat for Sarah?
Shots
Oof.
fired.
Hey everybody. We're here for that good against the tides goodness, because I can't come up with any other word at this current time. We're gonna pass it off to the players here to provide the recap. So far, 100% of the time since we've shifted this way, it has been Miss Sarah doing cool things. If anyone else feels compelled to do so, you may have an actual D20 inspiration for doing it. Otherwise, it's just gonna be Sarah that gets it. So.
Last time on Against the Tides, we returned to the party on the road, traveling south, east, southwest, towards the Lushgut Forest. First on the docket, Anders had an awkward run-in with someone he recognized. They talked about monasteries, families, and duty. How funny. Next, there was a landslide. Or perhaps when Fleetwood Mac was president, it's unclear, but Mistwin went and investigated. He discovered a friendly fireball that was later to be revealed. Potentially a lethal weapon? Find out more in a future episode. Potentially, who knows? Poignid stumbled upon a summoning circle from a crazy powerful demon and talked about his mom a whole bunch. Except it's not his mom. The news is still out on what it exactly means. Kelby broke her loot, but then she fixed it. It was a non-issue. Breaking news, however, a mysterious stranger came upon the party while they were on the road and there was an earthquake and shit, and holy fucking shit, it's Turley Remington returning back to the party! Undefeated champion of our hearts, Turley the cleric has returned to the party and we're once again whole, complete, and new. After that, the party continued on, eventually making their way to the edge of the Lushgut Forest. Spirits dampened as the light faded. Kelby had an emo moment in the woods. The party camp talked around a fire, and then they all went night-night. When they woke up, an invisibility spell of some sort had befallen the party, but was quickly remedied by them just moving around and stuff. Wait, is that correct? Yes, they were just moving around and stuff. Back to you, GM.
This is everything. As promised, please feel free to take a DM's inspiration. 'Cause it's fucking dope. I love everything about this. Yes. So, we rejoin our party on the road, or what I would call on the very narrow path in the Lushgut Forest, making their way somewhere further within, looking for the amulet that they believe to be here, that they've been told to be here as part of the amulet recovery program for those that remain. The collection of clerics and former religious folk of Wildemount and Exandria as a whole, who are currently tasked with attempting to reopen the divine gate to let the gods back in and let the dead souls out, because they're stuck. Anyway, we rejoined the party on this extremely narrow path. You would have all taken a long rest if you haven't already done that yet. It is hot in here, in this very enclosed forest. As previously described, the canopy is so dense that light is barely trickling in. The forest itself is so overgrown that you can barely see over these large vines and thorns and roots that have grown to such a stature that even the tallest of you, even Turley on Jesse, your horse, can barely see over any of this. And because of the way that it is structured, heat doesn't really have anywhere to escape, so it's just kind of... It's like one of those giant, oh god, what are they called? Like terrarium things where someone puts a bunch of dirt and plants in it and seals it and they never have to water it again. It's just its own little ecosystem. That's basically what's happening in here. It's hot as hell. Very humid. Is there anything that you guys are doing while you're on the road?
Turley's taking off his ring of warmth he bought for the mountains. Staring at it, forgetting some of the choices he made.
Just keeping an eye out for man-eating plants. Yeah, that's what I'm most concerned about here.
Okay.
And vampires.
Of course.
Sorry, what?
What?
Did you say vampire?
No, I'm just looking for them. Don't worry. Just keeping an eye out because I know how terrified you are of them.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Anders will take out the amulet and have a look at it while we're walking, as long as, you know, it's not too dense or whatever, if we're on some sort of path and he has time.
Sure.
If anything's changed about it, you know, if it's glowing or anything.
You can make an investigation check if you would like.
Sure. I can do that. Wow, that's really low. So it's an 11, but it's also a 1. But it's an 11.
Okay.
What check was it? Perception?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Okay, thank you.
That dice is not getting rolled anymore.
Sorry, little die.
Nine.
Yeah, good night, little die. Enjoy your prison tonight. Yeah, you take this amulet out, and much like the first time you encountered this thing, there's kind of like a weird, uneasy feeling. If anything, just by what it looks like. And if you recall, this thing has like a skull made out of obsidian with like bright gem eyes that seem to be gleaming even when there's no light hitting them. You know, you're kind of like holding it out in front of you, and you could swear that it, like, the pendant of the amulet itself starts to turn a certain way, but it's kind of imperceptible.
Okay.
Are Kelby or Poignet doing anything in particular while trekking on down this path?
Kuan Yi is going to stick 10 feet behind Mistwin. Pretty sure that believing in man-eating plants makes them an idiot, but just in case they're not, I want to make sure they get eaten first. But if they do get eaten first, dwarves are essentially the Vienna sausages of people. So it's going to still be hungry. And I want to make sure that when it comes for me, I have a heads up.
Okay.
I got Saint real good. Mission accomplished.
Kelby is going to be leading as best she can, trying to navigate towards the direction she believes we're supposed to be headed. And that would be pretty much her sole focus.
Okay. You leading this group in relatively familiar territory has you feeling uneasy with how rapidly it has changed here. In fact, all of you kind of feel this strange kind of twisted feeling in your gut, especially after having woken up and, you know, had whatever dreams you may have had, and suddenly not being able to see one another was off-putting. And none of you could quite place exactly why that happened. It's just something that's kind of eating at the back of your brain there. And it's hot and humid, and there are parts of this path that are so narrow that you have to scoot sideways through to get to the other side. There are points where the path drops off and you have to make a jump to the other side. There are points where the path is completely gone and you have to fight your way through it. And Kelby remains at the front, finding anything remotely familiar in your initial trek out of the Lushgut Forest to help guide your friends through.
Hey, Kelby. Is there anything that we should be looking out for? Or, you think the forest would, like, try to get us.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I've been in my fair share of forests, but this one seems a bit stranger, darker.
I mean, what?
I just didn't know if maybe there's some magical properties or something that we should know about.
It depends on who you ask. I think this is just... She'll kind of like kick at an overgrown brush that's growing out in front of the path. This is just the way the world is now, I guess. It wasn't like this. It felt like this, but it wasn't like this. Badgers. We need to probably keep an eye out for badgers. But I don't think you need to worry about vampires, unless, I mean, because I'd never heard of a vampire before. So unless they've like moved in, which I guess they could have, but that would be weird. Do vampires like dark places?
Darely?
The fucking roller coaster you just took me on in that sentence. Yeah, no, they like dark places.
Mm.
That's pretty much exclusively where you can find them.
They might be here now then. I don't know.
Where that is?
Just clutch my, I guess not a holy symbol, but just like a necklace or something. Just start looking around, looking for vampires. And I'll occasionally, as we're walking, just ping a detect, or what is it? What's my thing that I have? Divine sense, to see if there's any undead close to us.
You strike out this this power that you know that you have in order to detect anything that would even be remotely close to undead. You sense that there's death, but nothing undead.
Well, no vampires next to us right now, at least. All right. As we're walking, I'm just gonna kind of ride back and be next to Turley for a bit. All right, everybody. Let's play a game. While we're walking.
What do you mean a game?
I guess not necessarily a game, but just something to keep us occupied. Keep our minds off of things. Let's tell embarrassing stories. Anybody have any good ones?
A few nights ago, I was wandering the hallways of your childhood home, Mistwind, and I walked accidentally into your parents' bedroom, and I can tell you assuredly that your father is about him.
Yeah,
Is that embarrassing?
Accidentally walked in there.
Well, I suppose that's embarrassing for me.
Were we supposed to tell embarrassing stories about someone else, or?
I was thinking more about, about yourself, but I suppose that works.
I don't have any. I'm not ashamed of anything.
Nothing at all.
No.
All right.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, absolutely.
My passive is 22. Just saying. Oh, hell yeah. That's a 13 plus 12. 25.
Oh my god. Are you rolling against that, or are you able to just...
I'm gonna try to roll against it. Wow, it just like hucked the die into the corner and it just stopped like immediately
Just
on 3 plus 9. It doesn't show up immediately, but after saying it, there's like a moment of pause, and then Poigny's eyes kind of shift off into the corner, and it's almost as if there's like a slight realization of, yeah, there is one moment he's ashamed of, and immediately bites down on his lip to avoid saying anything further.
Well, I guess we can't all have embarrassing moments. Let's see. What is one I can share? One time when my brother and I were growing up, we went and we took a couple of friends down into one of the mines, and we were all a bit of rascals, and they dared me to like jump down one of the mine shafts. And I'm not the smartest fellow you'll ever meet, but back then I was even more of a blockhead, and so I did. I jumped down a mine shaft thinking, oh, it couldn't possibly be like 10 feet down, and it ended up being like 150 feet.
How old were you when this happened?
I think we were in our 30s.
And
like
you
that.
survived?
Well, I wouldn't have, mind you, but thankfully there was a bit of water at the bottom that I just barely managed to get into. But I was soaking wet and having to climb back up through the mine shaft. Got all sorts of soot all over me, and so I ended up getting back to them, and I was just covered head to toe, and it was, well, unexpected to say the least.
You know what? I'll throw a story in there. It's recent too. My first ever visit to the Cobalt Soul headquarters in Rexentrim, I spent 10 minutes hiding under a table.
Why?
So I told you that I kind of wanted to look into some of the old people I used to run with. But the truth is I didn't actually want to find them, really. I just wanted to know if they were here. And then that son of a bitch, well, he found me because apparently he had all the records of himself and me flagged or some shit. I don't know. And managed to use a series of teleportation circles to come right my way. And when I heard his voice in the hallway, I hid under a table. And when I came up, he was just staring at me. And he said, I wondered how long you were going to be under there. That was kind of embarrassing.
I mean, how big was this table?
It was a big table.
I bet.
It's one of the giant tables in the center of big libraries that a bunch of people sit at. With maybe 10 feet across with one lantern in the center.
When you crawl into this table, were there anybody sitting at the table?
No,
No. Okay.
no, no.
Did you also go into your shell? Can you do that?
Yes. Yeah, I can. And for
okay.
a minute I did, yeah. I mean, you want to see? It's a party trick. Watch. And then I just tuck my head in.
That could come in very handy in the fight. I'm just
but I
picturing
can't.
this giant turtle shell under table, and then no arms and legs, just like someone would come and say, "Oh look, a turtle shell, no big deal," and go about their business.
I mean, in my head, I thought they would think it's like a footrest or something underneath the table. Like, you know, some people like to put their feet up when they sit at a desk.
Yes.
But like a massaging kind, you know? Take their shoes off. Rub their socks all over them. I'm just sitting here stalling until someone else tells their embarrassing story. Making a point to look at Anders and not Kelby.
I mean, my stories are quite boring. I mean, there was the time my father was trying to teach me to spar and fight, and you know, get a little carried away. Maybe my aim is not so good, and you know, bing bang boom, he is doubled over, and you know, maybe not have any more children. It's stuff like that. It's not, you know. It's more like if you saw like an accounting of people's embarrassing stories. On, I don't know. It's simple stuff. I don't. My life was very regimented. You know, lots of studying and practicing and working out and. Not much time for jumping in mine shafts or hiding under tables.
And then you learned how to summon blades out of nowhere and disappear in the shadow.
I mean, why do you think there's all that study and practice?
I mean, fair. I'm just saying it went from mundane to really fucking cool, really fucking fast.
Well, it is the way of my people. It is the art that they practice, you know. Much like Kelby sings the songs and does things with the birds and the trees. This is what my people do.
Hey, Kelly, what you... Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie, but Anders, you can't tell me, because you and I, we're not too different. At least none of us are too different. I can imagine that, you know, someone who's gone through extensive study, there had to have been some times where you broke the rules. Went out on a midnight gallivant.
No. I'm fairly boring. I'm kind of what is the word? Like, I mean, growing up, like someone who follows the rules, you know.
I get it.
My brothers, not so much, but you know, they were much closer together, so they kind of did their thing. And I think when it came to me, people were more like ready for it, so there wasn't a lot of opportunity.
You the oldest?
I am the youngest.
The youngest? lot of responsibility for the youngest to take on.
Yes. But I mean, don't get me wrong, they are very successful in my order. But yes, there just wasn't a lot of like wiggle room following them.
I understand. I'm sorry, Charlie, I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, it's gone. It's gone.
All right. Well, I mean, if no
No,
one else...
I remembered it. I remembered it.
never mind.
I remember. Nope. Nope, that's not it. It's gone.
I'm just waiting to see if he gets it again. If not... Kelby, do you have any embarrassing
I remember.
stories?
No, I'm kidding.
Never
I'm
mind.
kidding.
Okay.
I think it's more important that I focus on trying to figure out where we need to go. If we get lost, it could be really bad. And we're short on time, so I'm going to focus on that.
Okay. Just go back to writing silently, I guess. Oh, watch out for that plant. I think it's got a mouth. Look at Calby, watch out! No, nothing. Okay, never mind.
I think Kelly's got some stuff on her mind.
Yeah, I lean over to Turley. I was trying to get her out of her funk, but I guess guess she's deep in it.
Yeah, whatever she's going through, I think she's gonna need to come out on the other side or on her own.
All right. Just wish we could do something. Everybody helped me get through all of my stuff with my family, and
I mean, we're walking the road with her. We're here if she needs us.
Yeah.
That's more than most have.
I suppose you're right. Well, you think we could set up like a mini table to play dragon chess while we ride? Just a little bit like... Probably not. Never mind. Okay.
Curly looks between your mount and his giant draft horse and says, yeah. Uh-huh.
It was an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best.
You're either gonna reach up real high or I'm gonna stoop down real low. Which do you want?
Or we can meet in the middle, Turley.
Fuck, that was just too poignant for me to make a joke about.
You're welcome. All right. Well, I guess we should pay more attention. And I'll move up to watch for menacing plants and vampires.
The day is a long one and rough. Anyone who is remotely familiar with being able to track the distance that you've gone without actually having a point of reference to do so, would realize you all have only moved maybe 3 miles the entire day. And anyone who points that out, it kind of weighs on you all. The fact that this is a massive forest and you are not making good ground through here. It doesn't seem to be letting up either. The path continues to narrow. It gets hotter and hotter, which is weird. You guys are going north. You would think it would be cooler, but it's just the nature of how the forest is here. It is unbelievably humid. None of you are built for this kind of weather, this kind of environment. Even if you think you are, it still weighs on you. And eventually you find a place to rest for the night. Find another small outcropping for you to make camp. Is there anything you want to do with setting up for camp for the night?
In this unfamiliar terrain. Oh shit, I need to make sure I actually have that spell before I open my mouth and confuse my characters that I've been playing this month. Nope, never mind, I'm stupid, bye.
We'll get Smokey out. Put him in the middle of the camp. Cook up some eggs. Feed him the eggshells.
Is he okay with you cooking eggs on him like that?
Well, you know, he's providing the service. I'm paying him with eggshells. You know, I think it's a fair trade. And look at him; he's still smiling. So.
Is that right, Smokey? You don't mind this?
Little Smokey chilling in the little pit that you've dug for the fire just sits there.
Not much going on in there, is there?
Is that Smokey's first word?
I think so.
Smokey, you can talk?
Huh?
This is fantastic.
I'm sorry I took this moment from you, Papa.
It's all right. It's just a little tear down this one's cheek. It's a beautiful thing.
Clearly recognizes he should not make a joke at this moment because it is a touching moment. But it is very hard.
Are we gonna set up watch or?
I'll take first.
I'll take one of them.
What's
I
Kelby
promise
doing
I'll
right now?
stay up.
If we kind of
Sitting
set,
or-
yeah, she'd just be sitting probably at like the edge of the campsite that we've made, kind of getting her little sleeping pad all, sorted.
Sanders will come over to her and kind of motion next to her area and say, mind if I join you here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you going to sneak off in the night again? Because I must get ready to do a better job of following you this time.
No,
Right. I'm just kidding, Kelby. But seriously, I will follow you this time. I'll be ready.
well, you'll need to keep a close eye. You can be pretty sneaky.
Sorry, say that again.
I can be pretty sneaky if I put my mind to it.
I've seen that. I've seen that. Yes. Listen. I'm not going to pry. I'm not going to ask you to tell me something you're not ready to. But I just want you to know that we are all here with you and for you. So if and when you need to talk about something, we'll be here and ready. Till then, still here. And Andrew's gonna put his back down and rolls out his bedroll and sits down. Takes out the sapphire and his jeweler's tools.
What do you mean talk about stuff?
Well, you're obviously a little mopey lately, so
Mopey?
yeah, like sad. And, I was trying to be funny. I'm sorry. You obviously are. Something is obviously bothering you, so you're not. You're not being the Kelby that we know. I didn't want to say you're not being yourself, because maybe this is yourself, and the Kelby we've seen before was, But there is obviously something either wrong or bothering you or troubling you or something. But, like I said, I'm not trying to pry.
Right.
Kelby's gonna kind of stop and look at the rest of the camp.
And the rest of you guys, you think I'm being mopey?
I don't know if I would use that word exactly, but there definitely seems to be something that's on your mind.
I would use that word.
You would not be my favorite drinking partner as played.
I would use the word, I think it's from the Elven speech, reticent. Reticent is a good word, I think.
Borderline lachrymose. We're starting the SAT words up again.
I don't know what that means. Well, I don't know what to tell all of you, right? It's pretty straightforward. You have to go through this hot, horrible place to go to another horrible place to get a thing that will hopefully make it so we can do what we need to do. And I don't like hot, horrible places, and I don't like I just don't like being here. It's all wrong and upside down and weird. And yet not at the same time. And I don't know what anybody really expects me to be like, I guess.
I don't think anybody
expects.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's
Finish.
It's not that we expect you to be a certain way. It's just that you definitely changed, and we're concerned, and that's all.
Yeah, well,
I mean, this right here, this is what I'm talking about, because I have, in the time I have known you, never known you to be at a loss for words. In fact, you invent words I didn't know existed and string them together in some of the most colorful insults I have heard in my relatively short life compared to the rest of you. So there's clearly something wrong. We're just saying we're here for you, that's all.
And you are not under any obligation to tell us. Okay? I want to be clear about that. Your private business is just that. It's okay to have those things and keep them to yourself if you need to.
We just want you to know that we're here for you. For whatever you need, whether that be just silence or, like Andrew said, if you want to talk. That's all. Just want you to know that you're not alone.
I get it. I hear what you guys are saying, and I get it. You're here for me. I can talk about my feelings. I don't have to all of that stuff. It's just kind of like, what's the point? What's the point of any of it? I'm here, and I don't want to be, and it's scary, and it's big, and it's difficult, and I feel bad for even saying that or thinking that. And I don't know what's gonna happen when I get home, and I don't know who's gonna be there or what's gonna be there. But I know it's probably not good. And I'm just tired. I'm just fucking tired. And you guys are going through it too, and you have your own secret monasteries and family minds and weird moms that aren't moms and secret friends that you have to go see, and I get it. And poor old stupid Kelby and her small problems, and all of this is just stupid. And I'm tired, and I'm mopey.
No, don't twist my words.
I can't help but... I'm sorry, go ahead. I thought...
Those feelings, all of those feelings, we all either have them or had them. I know Mistwind felt the same way going back home to his home. Trust me, I have those exact same feelings about my home. And we are so far from there, we could not get there. I know exactly how you feel. But so your feelings are not little or small or silly. They are normal for what we're doing. So, ask me whatever you want. I will tell you what you want to know.
I want to know. I want to know how I'm supposed to do this. How any of us are supposed to do this. I mean, you guys feel it, right? It feels gross here. It's all sticky and weird. It's not supposed to feel like this. There's no bird. There's no sounds. There's no music. It's just hot. Horrible.
I was going to say I can understand why you left, but I didn't want to be rude.
I don't know. There's many things that I don't know, Kelby. And one of them is how we're supposed to do this, why. But I know that if we don't, then it'll stay like this. Or it'll get worse. I mean, all of the good memories that we all have of the world, of our families, friends, the places that we grew up. All of those embarrassing stories and moments. All of the pain, anger, love. All of that goes away if we can't fix this.
Yeah, no pressure, huh?
I'm not saying no pressure, Kilby. All of us feel the pressure. But no matter how hard it is, we have to do something. We can't just sit down and say, leave it to the other person. There are no other people. Everybody's either dead or content or can't do anything.
Hey, Mistren, I'm just gonna throw this out here right now. Your bedside manner could use some help, because talking to someone who's on the verge of a nervous breakdown and telling them that all help is dead or in scary mystery form and you're the only person left when they're literally facing an existential crisis of identity might not be the best play. Just gonna...
I believe what our short-statured friend here is trying to say is that you are right. There is no point. None of this matters.
That is not what he was saying. Do not listen to him.
It is pointless. You should find freedom in that. This is all you have. You can either lie down and die, or make the best of it. I have seen the other side. The people who come there from here are not very happy. I've spent some time walking around here. It's not to my taste, but I see it. For the record, this is all you have. I am immortal and will live forever. But the pointlessness of life should be freeing, not imprisoning. Let us find what is at the gooey center of this hot wet. And then, let us feck off from here. Ne'er to return again, or to return again. Like I said, this is your life, you do whatever the fuck you want. We are here for the... Comme ça. The experience. How long did you live here before you left?
My entire life.
Oui. Surely you learned a little more than this place is shit and hot and wet. No? Surely there is a particular leaf you enjoyed chewing on with your leaf-eating family. A particular, and he looks around, a particular twig that you liked to kick around with the other twig-kicking midget. Excuse me.
I see what you're trying to do, Queen. You're trying to... I appreciate it, but I'm not... I'm from here. I don't belong here. The people here, they aren't like me. They don't sing or write song. They don't particularly care for animals. So, the only thing about this place that felt like home was the magic. And I don't know where that is. And I don't know where it's gone. And I don't know if it was ever there. So, maybe I should just find freedom in that, I guess. Listen, this is all great, and I appreciate this, like, intervention, or whatever. I'm okay. We're just gonna get the job done. We're gonna get out, and then we'll move on. Yeah?
That is what you wish. It's all right. Remember one more thing. Remember when we talked about your path? Well, sometimes your path goes through the meadow, and it's bright and sunny, and the birds are singing, and the sun is warm, and it's flat. Sometimes your path is uphill through the muck and the thorns. But that is your path. Right now, the path is difficult. But I promise you, and I think I speak for most everyone here, you will not walk your path alone. That's all. Mopey, not mopey, whatever.
Kelby will look at Turley and just kind of hold eye contact with him for a second.
Yeah, okay. You guys aren't leaving. All that stuff. Very nice. Very cool. Mr. My embarrassing story is once I was on a job with my family. I was supposed to be running distraction tactics, hiding the cart, and I got distracted and came up with a song, and I accidentally changed the illusion on the cart. Needless to say, it was very telling of what I was thinking about, and not very camouflaged. And, well, I ruined the job, so that was very embarrassing for me, as I had one job, and that was to make sure that we weren't seen or noticed. My dad wasn't very pleased, and I hid in the woods for 2 weeks. So it yeah.
But you are normally so stealthy and unassuming. How embarrassing for you, the sneaky one in the group, to have blundered such an activity.
Curly
know.
reaches over to Kelby's bag and takes out the flag. You should have been wearing this. It might have been easier to stealth.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's hard being the wrong shape sometimes. I wasn't ever the right shape for here. With you guys, it's a little different. And I guess maybe I forgot that. Just a little bit. Or entirely.
Hey,
I'm just-
Kelby. When's the last time you saw a turtle besides me?
I've never seen anyone like you.
Just so you know, I get it.
And I've
But-
never met a demon or a prince or whatever the hell Anders is.
Probably a vampire.
Maybe. You don't know.
Swear to God, I'm gonna stake you while you sleep.
You can certainly try.
We have arrived at the spooky campfire story portion of the evening, and thus I bid you adieu. And Poigny will flick a card out that'll spin around and kind of land on his chest as his ankles levitate and lift up behind him as he starts to walk backwards up the tree.
God damn, he's a fucking vampire, I know.
So, watches, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I've got the first. Get some sleep.
I'll take a second.
I'll take the last. I won't be getting much sleep anyway.
I'll get up with you, Kelby.
Okay.
Bedtime.
Bedtime. Who was doing watch first? Okay. Would you like to roll a perception check?
17.
17. Much like the previous night, it is so dense in here that it's hard to see anything. You see like some vines moving a bit, but that's not really too outside the norm currently. and you hear like crickets and frogs, but outside of that, nothing really of note. Is there anything that you wanted to do on your watch during this time?
Not particularly. Just once everybody else is asleep or settled down, I'm gonna find just a tree to lean against and kind of look across the campsite and just look at Kelby for a moment, and just close my eyes and like lean my head up against the tree and, oh brother, help me find the words. Help me help. And then that's about it, I think. Just doing normal tasks like sharpening things and yada yada.
Okay. In your moment of quiet, of asking for guidance out into the ether where you've heard no answer before, that remains the same now, but you have a general feeling that maybe one day there will be an answer. Who's taking second watch?
Early.
All right, Mr. Turley.
Hey, Mistwin. I just want to confirm that you know how difficult it is to sleep with the sound of grating metal against steel. Like, I get it, you need to sharpen it, but...
I apologize, Turley. I'll keep that in mind.
Giving you a hard time, man. Go to sleep. Jesus.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm fine. Just, I don't know. I'm glad everybody was able to rally.
Listen, just go snuggle with your dog. You'll be fine. You'll perk right up.
I'll see you in the morning. And I will go snuggle with my dog.
Yeah. Walking away, Charlie under his breath goes, was it inappropriate to call it a dog? Is it a dog? Or is it another breed? I don't think I ever really asked that. And Turley's going to kind of wander a little bit away from the camp, like out of earshot. And Turley would like to cast Sending to someone who I would like to make an argument I'm at least a little familiar with enough to make this cast.
Okay. Who are you trying to cast it to?
Turley's dad, or Kelby's dad.
Oh.
He mentioned him. I'm familiar with him.
Yeah?
Nani the fuck?
Okay. 1 second. Do.
I mean, it just says a target I'm familiar with.
Yeah, and she's talked about him. What would you like to say?
Hey, friend of Kelby's. We're in your neck of the woods.
I already lost count.
It's 25. I counted it out.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'm gonna need a heads up if we need to prepare her for bad news.
And that's the message?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna need a heads up. We need to prepare her for bad news. Interesting. There's no time limit on when someone can reply, right? They just have the ability to?
I don't think so. That's kind of been my wording, my like ruling on it before is like when you want to reply, you can.
Okay.
And like if there's no reply, you can feel the release, like it's received and released. But it's your table, whatever.
Okay. For now, the message has been received, and you don't get an immediate response.
That is the other bit of information I wanted.
Okay.
So I will pull out my dragon chess board and I will play a game against myself while I keep watch.
Okay. Can you roll a performance check to see how well you do against yourself in dragon chess?
Yeah, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do one in D&D Beyond.
Okay. Oh,
Did that come through on Roll20?
Yeah, that's a 2. A natural.
Oh, no.
+1.
Oh no!
So my performance is +1. I rolled a 1 in D&D Beyond, and I rolled a 2 in real life.
Excellent, excellent.
So it's a terrible match either way.
Yeah, you're content with the fact of not immediately getting a reply to this sending. But it's kind of eating at you a little bit too, considering the feelings that Kelby has shared with you all. That is really fucking hot here, so it's like super hard to concentrate on the kind of moves that you're trying to perform, especially against yourself, and you like lose track of one of the moves that you're trying to do with the knight piece, and it's a whole mess.
Yeah, so when the next watch comes around, I would just whoever is waking up would just find me staring at the board. Thought.
Curly, what are you doing?
Trying to figure out when I got so fucking bad at this game.
Oh.
Kelby's gonna kind of look at all the pieces.
I mean, how do you even know what you're supposed to do? Like, do any of them, like, whistle or sing? Are there any lights?
No, but they can dance, and I cast thaumaturgy to make them all kind of jiggle around a little bit.
Shh, you'll wake everybody up.
But
It's
Kelby
just-
does smile a little bit broader.
There's pieces of wood. Not gonna wake anyone up. Come on. No, there's rules. Each piece moves in a different way. They all have their purpose on the board. They all fill their role with support and sacrifice from people around them.
So serious.
Yeah, I mean it can be.
I thought games are supposed to be fun.
It is fun. You should ask me how much money I made while I was in Rexington.
Oh, a bit of a hustler, huh?
A little bit.
Did you miss us while you were gone?
From the goddamn second I walked away from the camp.
Good.
Or did you just say it was good that I felt like shit? How dare you?
Yeah, it was good that you felt like shit. You just left in the middle of the night for some, like, people that, like, I don't know if they're important or not, but I guess they are, but whatever.
They were you. Before. That's who I went to find out about. the people I was with, just like
know.
you before.
I know, Charlie. I missed you a lot. And I'm really glad that you're back. And I swear, if you leave again and you don't just like wake me up so I can give you a hug goodbye, I'll never forgive you.
I left a damn letter.
Kelby gets right up in his face, like
goodbye.
her nose, like practically touching Turley's.
A hug, Turley. Or I will never forgive you.
You are very intimidating for all 4 feet of you.
With all that magic I got inside.
Glad to see it's coming back to the forest.
Has Anders woken up yet?
Oh yeah, I'm watching this whole thing.
Well, Anders, it's our turn to keep watch, I guess. Turley should get some rest.
Yes, definitely.
Hey, Anders.
Yes.
Stayed up through my watch. I just wanted to point that out to you.
You woke up for your watch. Very good. I'll make sure I get you a much nicer horse blanket next time. Good night, Turley.
Turley, before you go to sleep, you eventually get a reply from the sending. And all it is just a low cackle. Kelby. That's it. You're muted, by the way.
I mean, he's just mumbling under his breath, so it's fine that he's muted.
Okay.
Doesn't know how he's gonna fall back asleep after hearing that fucking voice in his head.
Anders,
Yes.
I've decided something.
What have
Because
you
we're-
decided?
Well, I figured because we're friends and you said so, and I guess that means it's okay that we tell each other stuff. And you're gonna tell me stuff about your family when you can. That maybe I could tell you stuff about my family too.
I'm all ears.
Okay,
Kelby's gonna like nervously look over to make sure Turley's sleeping. And kind of like look up in the trees where her poingy is just like hanging. Before she's gonna pull out her little spell focus and set it down on the ground in front of her where the firelight is shining on it, and reverently kind of touch it.
this was my grandfather's. My family is smugglers. We get stuff from point A to point B. And Grandpa Warver, Well, he was more like me. Not very quiet, I guess, is the best way to say it. He gave this to me before he died. And that one guy at that one place where we found Pumpkin, do you remember? There was a lot of them, but there was the same guy. He fixed it for me, which is more than I could have ever hoped. It got broken. But when I was here, when I lived here, I knew a little bit of magic, like my grandpa, and that's how I was able to cast illusions and stuff. My father figured that would be really helpful for the family business. You know, I guess you know something about family businesses. With my brothers, that it didn't go so well, and I left. My dad's a bit of a dick tree, and I didn't really feel like sticking around after some of the stuff that he did. And well, I mean, that embarrassing moment thing that I talked about, it's kind of a big deal. And I kind of shouldn't be probably shouldn't be going back. I mean, how long's it been? Like 30 years or something, right?
Yes.
I don't think they've forgotten. And so I'm just really nervous about what's gonna happen when I'm there, you know?
Yes, I understand. Thank you for sharing that with me. First,
Yeah.
sorry to hear about your grandfather. It sounds like you two were close.
He was amazing. He was the best person I think I've ever known. He's the only one who ever traveled outside the forest, I guess, besides me now. And he's the one that taught me a little bit of magic and told me about the spirit of the forest and gave me a reason. Well, it sounds stupid and cheesy and all the things, but gave me a reason to believe in something, I guess. You want to swap secrets?
Sure.
Okay, you go first, and then I'll tell you mine.
It's only fair. Oh, secrets.
Yeah. So you tell me a secret, and then I'll tell you a secret.
Like big secrets or little secrets?
Well, aren't all secrets big secrets? What's the
No.
point of keeping a little secret?
Well, sometimes the little ones are the most fun. Big secrets tend to get you in trouble sometimes. Don't you think?
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm pretty small, so most secrets are bigger than me.
Like what kind of secret would you like to know? Like what? I mean,
Are you trying? No, Anders, you're going against the spirit of the game. You tell me a secret, and then I tell you a secret. You're overthinking it. You don't need to. Just like think of a secret you want to share with me right now and tell it to me. 3, 2, 1. Secret time.
Okay. Okay. My order is called the Shrouded Ones.
The Shrouded One. Very ominous.
I mean, I guess. And the point of it being a secret is that people don't know it outside of the order, right? So, can't be that ominous if no one knows. It's just what we call ourselves. But it's not. It's more that we try to operate in secret and remain shrouded within normal society.
I mean, I guess I can kind of get that a little bit.
Which also explains some of the skills that I have, yes?
One or two. It's funny. I feel like we're very different and very the same at the same time. Do you get that feeling?
Yes, I mean, when you were telling the story of your grandfather, it made me think of my great-grandmother, who was very important. Well, I'm probably who was a very important person in my life and in the monastery where I grew up. She was in charge of the whole thing.
Oh.
But she taught me how to think. She was very, very shrewd and cunning and intelligent, just amazing woman.
Yeah, no, nobody trusted your Grandpa Warver with anything. He was kind of, well, Dad would call him stuff that wasn't very nice, but like a bum, jit sack. I mean, and the list really does go on and on. We don't need to belabor the point, but I thought he was special.
Well, that somewhat explains your vocabulary.
Yeah, well, there's two things that non-tonics are good at, and it's getting things from things where they need to be and swearing the whole way.
See that?
Do you want my secret?
Of course.
Yeah, but you can't tell anyone.
Of course, that is what a secret is.
That's what a secret is. And it's like just as serious as your very secret order and stuff.
I'm all ears. I'm no judgment. No, it's not a contest.
I mean, it could be, but not with that attitude.
Well, I would of course win in this contest.
Oh, yeah, okay, you would win in this contest. Okay. Grandpa Warver, he once told me that there's a treasure buried somewhere in the woods. I don't think it's this amulet, but it could be. I don't think so. I feel like that would be cool, but he told me that only a true entertainer would be able to find the key, find it. And so when I left, I promised myself that I would become the one true entertainer of the whole world. Come back, I would find it. I don't think I'm there yet. I don't. But now you know a secret, and only Grandpa Warver and I.
Have you ever looked for this treasure?
Of course I have. Who doesn't look for a treasure once they've been told about it?
Well, I mean, it's pretty vague as far as clues go. Did he say anything else? Can you remember exactly what he told you?
Only a true entertainer can find the key. So, I imagine it has something to do with
She kind of taps the spell focus and the spirit of the forest and all of this stuff, but this amulet stuff's more important. Anyways.
Well,
Yeah, I feel like if we were weighing secrets, not that we are, not that it's a competition, but I feel like a secret, limitless treasure buried in a forest is a little more interesting than a secret club that only your family can be in.
I mean, no, that is not the case. It is not just my family. My family is only one family. But we'll see. This will be an ongoing contest.
You can have the
Okay.
best secrets.
Of course.
This is a very
This-
good game.
This is just round 1. And while you maybe you have a slight edge, we'll see.
There's a pretty good secret. You don't think any of them heard it, do you?
I think they all sleep like the dead.
Like vampires?
Yes, quite.
Hmm.
I mean, I would know, right? He winks at her.
I don't think you're a vampire.
No, I'm not. But don't tell Turley. I'm going to have some fun.
Okay, I won't tell.
Good. Anderson, take out the sapphire and the jeweler's tools. Oh, that's a 20. Or 24.
Awesome. You made
that round two.
significant progress in chipping away at this raw sapphire. You can start to see some really interesting facets within it. It's unlike any other gem you've ever seen, even the ones that you would have seen in the Gemfire Keep. This one is wholly unique.
Excellent.
Kelby will get her spoke focus and put it back around her neck, and she'll get her lute, and it will just sit in her lap. She won't play it, but she'll kind of fiddle with the strings and keep an eye out.
Just as you go to grab your lute, you would have heard a loud plunk as something feels like it's dropped into it.
Can I look up?
Yes. Yes, you can.
What's up?
I feel like Anders would be looking up too.
I don't know, Poignet, what's up?
Whole bunch of leaves. And I don't know, you tell me, GM, is it fair to make Sarah roll perception?
I'll do it with my +8. God damn it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, this is iffy. A 9 + 8.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you see like a blue glowing fist, like plunging back into the tree cover, disembodied.
Pointy, I saw that. What are you doing?
Pointy quickly casts thaumaturgy.
Pointy, you're gonna wake everyone up. Just come down. What are you doing?
Ah,
Don't make me come up there.
Pointy feather falls down, and like just through the tree like feathers, just like they brush up his face as he like slowly floats.
Kelby's gonna pick up her loot and kind of like shake it. Is there something in my loot?
It would appear so.
What is it? What are you doing? I thought you were sleeping. Were you? Queenie, were you dropping some eaves?
No. Eavesdropping.
Insight check.
Yep. Yeah, I'll get in on that too.
That's a 19 plus 12, baby. Let's go.
Poigny
I only got 11.
believes this when he says this. Eavesdropping would imply that I was trying to listen to your conversation. But such as it may, every fucking one of you decided to have a tea party during your watch. I slept nary a wink in my treetop. Sound travels upwards in the thick of this forest.
It travels every direction. That's the way that sound waves work. Why didn't you just say something?
Did not want to be rude and
Right,
be
but-
guilty of the exact same thing I am now accusing you of.
Me of?
Yes,
What am I being accused of?
speaking.
Did you hear the secrets?
Dui.
Then you have to share one too. That's how it works.
I was not here when the rules of this game was made.
It doesn't matter. You participated by dropping some eaves.
Fine. Though I am an open book, I don't know what secrets you were hoping to uncover from me. Nice. Hold out your hand.
Sorry.
Kelby just immediately puts a hand out.
Poigny produces a small needle and pricks her palm and runs his finger, then immediately grabbing blood and tastes it.
I said a secret.
You are going to die in 73 years, 12 days, 6 hours, and 4 minutes. And 27 seconds. 26. 25.
I don't believe you. That's
The
not a
test?
secret.
The
That's
test.
just you doing a thing.
It was a
That's you
secret
being
to you until I told you.
That's you being a show off. There's no vulnerability in your secret. Poigny, look at me. You have to follow the rule.
Are you sure you do not want me to divulge the same secrets when I do Enders next?
Why would
It's your
I
choice. I
wanna
could
know?
stop right now and tell you a completely
I mean-
different secret, but you would be stopping me just before.
From knowing when Anders was gonna die? Why would I want? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Poigny. I don't really know when I want to die because now I'm just gonna be obsessing over 73 years from now that I'm probably gonna die. What if I'm not
like I
ready
said,
to
you
go?
don't
What if
have a
my
choice.
legacy's
It's
not
just what's
secure?
going to happen,
Right, but
you know?
now I'm gonna be stressing about it, and I'm gonna
You
wake
could
up that
always
morning and be like, "That's the
assume
day I'm
that.
gonna die." That's gonna be like Poigny was gonna. You
It's like
told
when
me,
you
and then
taste
it was
the
gonna be
wine.
worse. So
And
why
you
don't
know
you
how old it
just
is?
tell a real secret?
Kelby.
A real one.
Okay. But are you sure you want to know the secret? You cannot unknow it once I tell you.
She wants to know. Trust me. She wants
That's
to.
how secrets work.
Do you, Anders, want to know?
Of course.
Final warning. I cannot take this back once I tell you.
It's a lot of build-up. I'm not sure it's going to live up to it.
prior to the malcontent that is happening now with people dying and going nowhere, do you know where they went before then?
Well, I mean, it depends, right? We had an idea about it in the forest, but I don't think anybody else did.
Very rarely does anyone end up in a different place. But the vast majority of you end up in exactly the same place. And not ending up there is much more difficult than you would imagine. Truly, the only people who end up next to their deity in bundles and arms are the champions who carry their name from birth through life till death. But the average farmer, eventually they all come down to see Poigny.
And how?
One of them, they're not all bad. Well, some of them are quite lenient and boring. The first and seventh rings are a yawn fest.
I mean, so what? The secret is that when people die, they end up in one of the hells?
Oui, but it is not all fire and brimstone like they has been imagined and painted in your tapestries.
I don't know what a tapestry is.
A tapestry is like, well, they take the trees and they turn them into very thin pieces of paper, or sometimes on like a wool blanket, and they make like a photo on it depicting something. I don't know, 90% of the time it is a depiction of what they imagine hell is like, or someone with the penis out and in front of them, or a pair of titties. This is like 90% of art. Art.
Like a painting, Elby, like a picture.
Okay.
But like really long. The tapestry, not
The penis on the tapestry?
No. The tapestry is long. It is a full body usually. It's not usually just the penis, although you could make a tapestry. I feel like we have gotten off track here, but...
yes, I was about to say the exact same thing.
It's not that, but it's not that. C'est vrai?
Your command of the common tongue is astounding, Poigny.
It's been 10 years here. Imagine I've got a pretty firm grip on it by now. No? Am I misspeaking? Is this not the way it says?
I don't know. Turley's still teaching me words.
Ah.
Maybe he could teach you some too, if you're worried about it.
Yeah, apps?
But you knew the word tapestry, so I feel like
did.
you're probably okay.
I have seen more of the worlds than you have. It would take... Also, I suppose Turley may have seen more of the worlds than I have, so there might be something he could teach me. We will wait till he wakes up and we will ask him later. But the point at hand is my secret is that when people die, they come to hell. One of them. They come to the elves.
Okay.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
I'm not going there.
We'll see.
I've decided.
We'll see.
Should we make a bet on it?
course, this is my favorite thing. So I must tell you that making the wager with me will almost assure you that I will win. But
Well,
your
now,
soul to
time
gamble
out.
with.
You can't sabotage me.
It's no sabotage. It's just wheels and forces of nature. They are beyond my control.
I will not be going to any of your house. Maybe when I'm alive. I don't know. Definitely not when I die. Unless my friend Poigny invites me. In which case I'll consider it.
I invite you to join me in 73 years, 27 hours, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, and 51, 52.
We'll see.
Care to shake on it?
Kelby will walk up to Poigny and look up at him. Stick her hand out.
Pointy will grab your hand and shake it firmly. There's an intense heat that you feel for like a brief moment between your two palms, and Poigny's eyes flash orange for a moment. Eat a date.
And Kelby will just kind of shrug
He's gonna have to take that up with somebody else.
before going over and like starting to put herself together as her watch is ending.
Do the three of you do anything else on this watch?
Kelby will very, very, very sneakily off to the side try to figure out what the heck Poigny just dropped in her loot.
You try and like search through it.
Yeah.
Easy enough to do. You kind of jostle it about, and it sounds like there's some sort of metal in there, and you kind of just tip it over, and a gold coin comes out of the middle hole.
Kelby will pocket it. She's not going to look too closely at it because she doesn't want to make a scene, but she'll investigate this thing later.
Excellent. What about you two? Poigny, Anders, what are you guys doing?
Are you satisfied with the secret, Anders? Or
I mean,
will you also be sticking out your palm?
no. I prefer to travel the path. I don't want to know where it leads.
It's not an exact science. You know how when you taste a wine and you can tell the flavors of the years it has endured? It's like that, but backwards. You could always shorten your life by doing something extremely stupid.
Yes, well. We shall see.
Fair enough. So then you are satisfied.
Yes, I mean, we have to rely on your word. I've seen no reason not to believe what you say.
The invitation is open to you as well, Anders. So I don't know if you'll want to come in exactly 73 years. And change.
Would be pretty old by then.
Insight check.
I mean, Anders is in his 20s. He'd be
Will-
90 something. And he's a
Will he
human.
be old?
No, I'm talking about in 73 years.
Sure. But does Anders believe he will be old?
Oh. Well, maybe.
Whenever I rolled a 12, so whatever you say, he believes you.
I mean, no, he was literally just going by. I'm projecting out 73 years from now. That's how old he would be.
I mean, 73 years is a spit in the bucket.
Or someone like you, perhaps. I am a lowly human. I don't live that long.
I want to inside check you again so fucking bad.
What? I'm a human.
Well, c'est triste pour toi. Perhaps you will be visiting sooner than the rest of these people. If I can get back myself.
Like I said, the path is the path. It may end up we're in the same place. It may not. Who's to say?
Well, I am to say, from experience, I have seen it with my own two eyes. Bet. We will let you continue to believe your illusion as I believe mine.
Fair enough.
It is, I think, morning. The tepidness is growing in the air, so should we wake up Monsieur Cloaca and the short stack?
Indeed, we must get going. No time to waste, right? Life is short.
Oui. Short indeed. Tortue! Wake up! And he picks up Mistwind's helmet and starts banging on it with a wooden spoon. Mistwind, Tortue! We are mobile. C'est temps à mover.
Morning.
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
No. And I cast Move Earth, so there's a little hill that forms underneath Turley so that he slides down.
Hey, you could make a lot of money if you could bottle that.
Put it in a bottle. Do you know how to bottle? And he does it again. I don't have a word for it.
I know how to bottle. Yeah, you take whatever it is and you pour it into a bottle, and then fix a stopper on the top of it.
But how do we get? And he does it again inside of a bottle.
For the record, Turley is not moving. He's just riding it
slightly.
every time. I mean, I don't know how you do what you do. Can you do what you do in a cup?
Can I do this in liquid form? And he does it again. No, only it is an extension of my wheel.
Of your what?
My wheel.
Oh, there's an L at the end of that. Got it. What about if you had the sand or dirt in a bottle and you did it to that stuff in the bottle?
It would not have the same effect. Is the goal to tell people this is what we are selling? Like some sort of snake oil?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or is the intent to have an actual magical effect, in which case? No, it would not work that way.
Okay, that's fine. Can you? How many times can you do that? Can you just keep like scooting me along the road without me having to walk?
We could certainly find out. And he does it again and again until there's like a series of hills just leading away from the camp that are just sliding him slightly forward by 5 feet.
This does not seem like a very productive way to travel, Turley.
What? I can't hear you.
Turns out I can keep it up for quite a while, Turley.
When you keep doing this to Turley and he gets like further and further away until he's just like on the edge of this camp area and can't go any further because the path is like in a completely opposite direction. You're just kind of stuck in here. And nearly as soon as Turley like starts to turn around and make some quip to you all instantly pass out.
Great.
Blackout completely.
Frick.
Love that for us.
Oops.
What did you do?
Oh no, none of us are elves.
You angered the
no.
earth gods.
Hey, Kelby.
Yes. Yeah.
You black out and you are immediately sent into a dreamlike state where, you know, your unconscious mind tells you that everything's fine. You're just asleep again. You just woke up, kind of, not too long ago. So, you know, sleep is restful. This is fine. Everything's fine. And you are currently dreaming of the forest where you are. And then it suddenly shifts to that small brook that you found and seeing that shooting star. And then it shifts to you being completely encapsulated by vines. They're suffocating you. And then you shift another direction and the trees are so overpowering in their stature that you can't see anything. You are lost in the dark. But there is a small spark of light off in the distance. And it feels like a breath of fresh air. It feels like the coolest air that you've felt in months, years. Hard to say. And you follow this path, trying to wiggle your way through these vines and these large tree stumps and these thorns in your way. And for a split second on the path, there is a hooded figure in a gray robe. You can really only see their silhouette. The light is behind them, so they're being backlit. And then a second later, they're gone. And that flash of light grows brighter and brighter as you keep running straight towards it. And it flashes. And you see your grandfather, Warver, standing there before you, smiling. And before you can even say anything, he smiles and turns the other way and fades and melts into a puddle of black liquid. And everything goes dark. Anders.
Yes.
The dream that comes to you is the ever-moving monastery. It's what you dreamed of the other night. It's constantly shifting and you have a feeling of unease, an uncomfortable skin-crawling kind of haziness with trying to place the different monasteries that you've been to. You turn a corner and it's the one in the Dunrock Mountains. And you turn another corner and it's the one in the Sirios Mountains. And they all kind of have mishmashed together in this weird puzzle. You feel lost and disoriented until it starts to piece together parts of the walls and the floors, puzzling together to wholly make the Dunrock Mountain Monastery. And at the end of a long hallway, you see a hooded figure in a gray robe. They turn slightly and it's your grandmother, Katerina. She is smiling at you. And then for a split second, she's not smiling. She's angry and upset and screaming at you, and then she's smiling again. And then she just kind of shakes her head. And her face looks taut. It doesn't look exactly like her. Her eyes are glazed over and bright white. And she screams at you. Unlike any other scream you've heard before, it leaves a trace of the screech in your ears as it rings out. And she reaches out to you as she continues screaming, screeching so loudly and so boastfully that her mouth just keeps getting wider and wider. And she quickly swirls into the ground and turns into a pool of black fluid.
Okay.
Missed one. The dream that comes to you are a collection of memories. A dream that you often have. It's that same night. Of course it's that same night. What else would you be dreaming about? There's chaos in the keep. And you're running towards your brother's room, as you always are in this dream. As you always are in that memory. And people are rushing by you, trying to figure out what to do. And a figure in a gray robe passes over your vision. And they're gone. You turn to look towards them and it's just a guard running the other way. So you shake out of it and you run towards your brother's room. And Dirge is there. As he is, of course he's there. Why wouldn't he be? He turns and he nods towards you and you both begin to breach the door. But just as he goes to make his move, he kind of folds in on himself in a concave fashion and fades into a pool of black ichor. Turley. It's very much the same sort of dream that you've had for the time that you've been with this group. Except this time it's skewed with vibrancy and light and saturation. It's like someone just cranked up the volume of the color and it's unnaturally bright. You see your former companions, you're haunted by their imagery, but you're content seeing that they're happy and smiling. And you see your current companions happy and smiling. From a distance, you see another familiar face, one that you haven't seen in years. A figure in a gray robe walks just past them, but you are wholly concentrated on this person. Eskaya is before you. Unfamiliar, but in a sense that they immediately evoke a sense of calm. Your heart skips a beat. They turn towards you, recognizing you, and they giggle and start to make their way around a corner. And just as they poke their head out to kind of taunt you to follow, their hand and face melts into a pool of black liquid. Poignet. Your dream is also very familiar. This is a dream of home, of familial feelings. And an image of Azazel appears. A strange figure in a gray hooded robe. Spins just out of view, and you try and catch a glance. They get into your peripheral vision and they're gone. You are fixated on this visage of Azazel as they snap into focus. Kind of shifting through this vision, you haven't seen them in so long. They turn towards you. They lock eyes with you. They look proud, happy, if they could. They snap their fingers and also turn into a puddle of black goo. You all wake with a start. In the same positions that you were, you still see one another. But you've all just had this experience simultaneously.
What? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck was that?
Some sort of dream.
You had a dream?
Hey.
Did you all have dreams?
Yes.
Kelby wants to look around. Is there like someone can I see anybody lurking around that maybe like cast a weird spell on us?
You make a perception check.
Yeah. A 19.
19. Nothing in your immediate vicinity, but you do hear some sort of ruckus further up the pathway.
I don't see anything, but it sounds like there's something up there. Maybe they're trying to run away. Should we try to catch them?
What, you think someone did this to us?
I mean, I've never had that happen before. Have you?
No, but there have been a lot of things happened lately that have never happened before.
It was
I just
awful.
assumed. Yes. But if you think we should pursue, I'm more than happy.
Hey, let's get going. Let's catch up if we can.
Where?
Kelby's gonna point in the direction that she hears the sound.
Kuan Yi flicks one of his tarot cards, the moon, in the direction that Kelby is pointing and casts Fireball.
Oh shit. Okay. I guess roll a hit.
It wouldn't be a
It's a
dex
dex
save.
save.
Dex save if
Fine.
there's anyone there.
Right. General direction. Okay. Okay.
It's a 40-foot wide orb of just kaboom.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's anyone in that general direction,
The kaboom goes off. That's the most that you can tell.
As soon as it goes off, Poigny will start stomping in that direction. And if there's no body in the clearing, he will cast it again at the next interval.
Okay.
Kelby's as he starts stomping off, like a massive fireball just went off. Kelby's gonna kind of scream and go, "Wait, wait!" And chase after him to try and get him to stop from doing it again until we can like see when Poigny, stop!
Yeah,
No!
exactly. Anders would be trying to stop him too.
What are you doing?
They showed me home.
It would be much better to find out why instead of burning them to a crisp.
What purpose could they have for doing that?
I don't know, but if you kill them, we can't ask them to find out.
Poigny kind of slumps his hands and like gives up his pursuit.
So Anders is gonna look at the group. His eyes will flash purple, and there'll be like a aura that kind of goes over each of their heads as he activates his psychic whispers ability. And I will take off in the direction that Kelby pointed, to the limit of my movement, and then, you know, take a look around or listen to see if I can hear what she was talking about or see what she was talking about.
Okay.
And that'll last for 4 hours.
Okay.
We can communicate up to a mile.
Excellent. Those of you rushing out to the path and towards the sound that Kelby heard and perhaps pointed out, you hear the cries of someone further up the road screeching. What do you do?
Like what kind of cries? Like in pain cries or like monster screeches?
Like someone completely caught off guard and terrified.
Kelby, like catching up to Poigny and stopping Poigny, like hearing those cries, will get like really nervous and look at Poigny, and back at Turley.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I haven't come back to camp yet from wherever I ended up with Poigny.
From like the dirt thing.
Yeah.
to the
So
edge of
wherever
camp?
that pushed
Yeah.
me to, I'm still there. Like,
Are you just sitting there? Because this is kind of what I was getting to.
yes. But I don't know how far he pushed me. How far he could have pushed me.
Hold on.
It's like I was even wondering if Anders could
it's-
see me for psychic whispers.
It only reaches 30 feet.
So I'm only 30 feet away. So yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're okay. I would hearing like stopping Poigny. Anders takes off, looking over at Turley and seeing Turley just sitting there. Kelby's gonna get like overwhelmed for a second, and then look at Poigny.
Poigny, that might not have been a bad person.
This is a matter of perspective at this point, but sure.
I know, but just hang on.
And Kelby's going to start running over to where Turley is.
Yeah.
When I come up on there, is he just sitting there?
Yeah. Staring at the ground.
Turley, something happened. Poigny did a really big something, and somebody might be hurt. And and I think we need your help. Can you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Help me up.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can get up.
Oh, I can help. Did you have a weird dream?
Yeah.
Was there black goo in it?
I was a little distracted by something else, but yeah, I think there was.
What were you distracted by? I mean, in mine there was a lot of black goo.
I saw another ghost from yet another life. It's somebody's hurt, you said?
I don't know, but they might be when we need to hurry.
Yeah. I mean, he looks at his knee. I'll hop as fast as I can.
I'm going to cast Longstrider on you and myself because we're right here. That'll give us 10 extra feet.
Okay. Lead on. I didn't hear it.
And yeah, Kelby's gonna move as quickly as she can, kind of like frantically towards the sound of like the cries.
Okay. You make your way towards the sound, and anyone else that follows would see the same sight of a woman having been thrust completely up against a wall of vines and tree trunks in a kind of burned silhouette fashion, panicking and shaking, and she'll meet your eyes, Kelby, as the first one to get there, and anyone else that is in the surrounding area. She'll just you know, kind of try and scoot even further up against this wall of plants behind her and just say, "Ah, who the fuck are you?"
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Are you hurt?
Pretty sure that was a fireball right there, but I'm great otherwise. Thank you so much for checking on that. Who of you did that? By chance? Was it any of you? Did any of you thrust that fireball my way?
Moi, Kuan Yi says as he's walking up, and his eyes are just fiery right now as he stares daggers at this woman.
Is she?
Excellent, wonderful. Thank you so much. That help cleared up a bit of the humidity for about 3.5 seconds, so thank you very much for that mild reprieve, but you have burned some of my hair away. Part of my robes are gone. I don't know what to think right now. Why? Just why? And this woman is like kind of overtly performing this kind of speech a little bit.
Is like a human woman?
Yes.
Okay. And like what like as she says, like, you burned my hair and my clothes, what do her clothes look like?
Her clothes are very nicely fashioned. She has like a long kind of tunic shirt and then a vest on top of that and then draping robes on top of that. So she's very clearly like dressing herself up to the nines, but is visibly sweating, maybe just from the fireball, maybe from the locale. Her hair is up in kind of two little space buns, bright white hair that kind of falls in little tendrils in front of her face as well. She's got perpetually rosy cheeks, which you can't quite tell if that's from the burning fire that just happened in front of her, or if that's just a predisposition of herself. She's got bright blue eyes, and rings all about her hands, and bangles around her wrists.
So yeah, sorry about that. It just, there was some weirdness that happened.
And Kelby kind of checks to make sure like Mistrin's with us as well.
It's happening to you too.
I'm there.
You're getting weird thoughts.
Where did you
Yeah.
come from?
The south? Going north.
Who are you?
You don't know who I am. That's fine. I'm Galdania Fortuna. It's nice to meet you. Wish it was under better circumstances, but still a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Can I interest you in some of my wares? And she like holds out a robe and part of it's burnt away and things just kind of fall out of her robe. Not that side, this side. Can I interest you in some of my wares? And she holds open her robe and there's a bunch of stuff pinned to the inside of her robe.
Can I get a spelling just like in the Discord
Yeah, I
of that
gotcha.
name?
Yeah.
Name. À présent, your real one.
Are you accusing me of using a fake name, sir?
Why don't you cast Hex on this woman?
Oh!
Still staring daggers at her. But a pair of twin cards will kind of spiral up around her, leaving their shadowy trails kind of like wrapped around her that look like a binding of rope, but it's not like constricting her in any way. I'm going to make Charisma the disadvantaged stat.
Okay, excellent. You see her kind of coil in on herself, like seeing these weird things around her and just like trying to make herself as small as possible. That is completely unnecessary, good sir. The one who did cast that fireball directly at me. I'm just trying to sell you some wares and get the fuck out of this forest. So if you would kindly drop that, I would be wholeheartedly appreciative. Thank you so much.
Lots of clientele here in the middle of nowhere.
Not
there?
really. Trying to get to Taldore.
This
Where are
does
you
not seem
from?
like the most efficient way to get there.
It's
Why?
not, but currently it's the only way.
Pourquoi?
And you're traveling alone?
Is that so bad? A woman traveling by herself on the road? Is that so strange to you?
No, it's not. No, it's not one of those things.
No, it is strange to me in
It
this
is very
day and
strange.
age. Yes.
Why? I've traveled by myself.
See, look, another young, independent woman. We can do anything, can't we? Anyway, the wares, and she opens up her robe again. She's just, like, visibly sweating, like, extremely nervous.
Kelby's gonna like put up her hands and go,
I think we maybe got off on the wrong flame setting here.
Yes.
Listen, if you're gonna do some shystery stuff, maybe don't. And we can just talk about what's happening
Okay.
and be cool about it.
Maybe consider what I have to sell later? Perhaps?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you have to understand we've been on the road for a while, and the only thing that we really encountered are either people that we already know or things that are trying to kill us.
Ah, yes. As is
Not-
Wildemount, yes.
Yeah, it's not really anything in between. So my question to you,
Mhm.
what was it, Gildania?
Gildania,
right?
yes, Fortuna. It's very nice to make your acquaintance.
They're trying to go to Taldora.
Taldore, it's the next continent over.
Kelby turns and looks at Turley.
What's a continent?
You know what an island is? Middle of a lake or something like that?
I guess.
Yeah, so it's like the whole world, but there's multiple of those in the middle of water. We're on one of them.
Okay. So
Hey,
you're trying.
Sorry,
Go
I just
for
have a quick question for the GM. Is my staff warm?
Nope.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think she means us any trouble.
I can hear
What kind
you
of
over there, you know.
What kind
Yeah.
of
Good
stuff
ears
is
over
in
here.
her
That's fine. I don't care.
What kind of stuff is she selling?
Upon a quick enough glance, you would see some potion bottles, some kind of weird looking things. There's like a cane hanging from the inside closest to her. You see a small wooden sphere. You see like a pouch, like a gem pouch. You see a rolled up rug kind of towards the bottom. A couple other small things as well.
Whether she means us harm or not, I do not like her presence here so soon after this experience.
But she said that she had it too? Did you have a weird dream?
Weird dream, yes. I dreamed of, my home, and I saw a mince pie on someone's windowsill before I woke up.
Was there any black goo?
Black goo? Oh. Ew. Oh. Why would there be black goo in a mince pie?
I don't know, maybe there's like a secret family recipe. I don't see why you gotta be judging everybody's mince pies like that. It just feels a little rude, you know. Anyways.
Black goo in a pie.
Did she react at all besides that? Like, is she putting on a front that she didn't see black goo?
You make an insight check.
I would love nothing more, but not with that 2 dice that I rolled before.
I would also like to look into her soul.
17 plus an 8. That's a big old 25.
Oh shit.
Nice.
You can tell that she's telling the truth. She's nervous given the current circumstances, but she is being completely open and honest.
Yeah, I don't think she had any goo in her dreams. Yo.
Not those kind of dreams, darling. Not today.
I'm sorry, I was talking to them.
That's fine. Sorry, good ears.
Okay, so you're not trying to kill us.
Nope.
You just want to sell us some stuff. You're
Yes.
trying to go to a different continent
Uh-huh.
through here. That's
Yep.
the only way?
Currently, yes. I could take a boat, but I don't care much for water.
So you're gonna walk there?
Why not? Walk everywhere else. She'll kind of eye you, Turley. Walking everywhere is kind of nice, right?
Saint knows where Turley is right now, and Turley shuts the fuck up. Immediately.
Oh, sorry, just to butt in for a moment. You said you had wares to sell.
Yes.
Do you take coin or more along the lines of favors?
Ooh, I like favors, but I'm strapped for cash right now, so I will take coin.
Oh, good. I'm a little low on favors at the moment.
That's fine. Maybe next time.
Is she wearing any jewelry or anything?
She has a bunch of rings all over her hands.
Do I recognize any of the symbols on any of the rings?
You might be too far away to see, but you can
I'd take a couple steps closer to her to find this particular bit of information out.
Okay. You can make a perception check.
Okay. Ooh. That's a 27.
Excellent. You see several different rings, bangles on her her wrists, brooches all over her clothing, and they all represent different deities.
Do I see mine?
Yes.
Openly worn
Yes.
in this region.
Mm-hmm.
And my staff's not glowing.
Nope.
Okay. That's it. Sorry.
Not right now.
Ash, Can you show us on our little map where we are exactly in the Lushgut? On this map that you see here, just like a general.
Yeah, so you guys, you haven't traveled
Are we
to...
here?
No, you're like up here. How do I... there we go.
I see it.
So you're like... You're just getting into this forest right here.
Okay,
You have not
cool,
made it very
cool.
far in.
You said you were heading north. Yes?
That's correct.
This is Taldori, for anybody who doesn't
Right.
know the
That's what
geography. Yeah,
That's where I'm.
over here.
Pourquoi? What is north? Why do you not head west, where Taldori is?
You have to go north to go west first, darling. It's a lot easier that way. I'd rather not go across the water if I can help it.
There is no bridge connecting Taldori to the Menagerie Coast that I'm aware of. Are you planning to walk across the water?
There's a bridge. What are you talking about?
Is there a bridge that connects?
Not as far as you know.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I kind of look back at the rest of the group.
I'm looking at you like shaking my head.
Curly's about halfway swapped with your demeanor before, Poigny.
Oh, fellow
I will-
merchant, there's only one thing that I would want, personally. If you have a means of quicker travel, or maybe a map.
This is the craziest day of my life. Kelly's gonna just take a couple
A
steps.
complete stranger
away.
shows up unannounced and you are shopping.
Listen, when you get the merchant before the boss fight, you stop, you buy health potions.
Oh, truly, the Vienna sausages of people.
Sorry,
I will
sweetheart, what were you
release-
looking for?
No, please, continue with your excursion into Macy's.
Is that the ring of hell?
Yes,
Could be.
yes, definitely.
Yes, it is. It smells like perfume and leather.
Toxic gases.
Yeah.
Big snow.
Yeah. Continue.
We've got a long way to travel, and we're also traveling north.
Excellent.
I was wondering maybe if you had anything that would assist us.
What kind of assistance are you looking for?
Well,
You
like
have
I
to be
said,
kind of specific.
any sort of faster means of travel, or perhaps a map.
If
something
I had
that-
faster means of travel, don't you think I would have taken it myself?
She has a good point.
Well, you did say that you forsook a boat, which would be faster.
It is. I just don't like the water.
Well,
Hey, you've said that twice now. What don't you like about the water?
I've said it 3 times. I just don't like it. There's weird things in there. You can't see quite far down. What kind of strange creatures are down there? That's gross. I don't like it.
Yes, so naturally you came to a uncharted forest with potentially other unknown creatures.
There's a path. It's not quite uncharted.
Kelby's gonna walk over to Poigny and like put her hand up like on his forearm and to say,
To be fair, Queenie, if I can point this out, we are a group of a gnome and a demon and a turtle and a human and a dwarf that just no-scope fireballed someone. So I feel like our grounds for suspicion are quickly shrinking.
Null and void, I would say.
What
we were
is the
taking
most... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, we were taking her opinion into consideration, which maybe we're not, but I don't think.
And she'll like kind of get up on her tiptoes and like kind of yell, whisper up to Pointy.
I don't think this is the. I don't think she's what did the thing.
I will release the spell. However, I will not be satisfied unless you acquiesce to another.
Another spell, another request. What are we waiting on here, darling?
Do you agree to the terms?
What are your terms?
Or shall I ignore the group's wishes and incinerate you where you stand?
I would
I'm
prefer
not-
if you didn't do that, so please repeat your terms and we'll agree on them if it seems just.
I wish to peer into your mind to make sure you are not here to cause harm.
Ooh, fun. I like it. Go ahead.
Wait, before you do that, what is the most interesting thing you have for sale?
Interesting is all about perspective.
In your perspective.
She kind of like rummages through some of her stuff. Got this book here. It's pretty fun. Can't
Yeah,
quite tell
there's-
it's.
And you can shop after we have questioned her, or take it off her body if she dies. Either way,
Gonna hope
I'm
I'm
it's
not going.
for that
I'm not
one.
going to scramble her mind. She will be sound afterwards. Un moment, and he will drop Hex and bring up detect thoughts.
Okay. You drop Hex and she visibly relaxes. And then you bring up Detect Thoughts and you see her kind of freeze in place.
I'm sorry, that face.
Thanks.
Look, as sketch as I think this encounter is, I love this NPC so
you.
much. I just want to say that.
The face that Yash just made fucking sent me.
Can't. Anyway, so her
Ash is hiding her face for the record.
I am hiding my face because I forget that people can see me sometimes. I do not wish to be perceived on this day.
Oh God, I love you so many.
So, her expression freezes in the sense of just a slight bit of shock, as if being dipped into a pool of ice water, and it very quickly passes. What kind of detection are you going through here? Surface level, deep? You looking
I
into
will-
your childhood memories? What are you doing?
Swan dive right into the deep thoughts,
Okay.
and push right past those surface thoughts, which are most likely about potions and baubles and whatever these two have deigned to ask her questions about in this really inappropriate moment.
Excellent. You dive into her thoughts mentally, of course, because you can't physically do that unless you're like in some magic school bus-esque magic type stuff.
Yes,
It'd be
please.
fun. You feel yourself pushing past the surface level thoughts of the figure that you see before you, gilded, as is her name, and kind of overt and playful. Just under that surface, you see the same person, but a little bit skittish, a little bit taller, and even further down, you don't recognize this person at all. It's very much the same sort of complexion and style and all of that, but it is not the same person that you see before you, and the thoughts that they have further deep down, you find yourself immersed in a land that you are completely unfamiliar with. It looks absolutely nothing like anything you've ever seen. It is bright and vibrant and colorful. It is a lot like this forest, but less dense, much more cleared out, a lot happier. You get a sense of a good vibe here. and you see this person sitting amongst a grove of like long draping willow trees surrounding a small pond, and there's bright beautiful flowers everywhere, and you see her dip her hand into the cool pond, breaking the reflection of herself, which you see now is not human in the least bit. It is definitely some form of fey-like creature with really long pointed ears that go back further than you can even see. Her hair is still stark white and drapes down to the ground. The clothing that she's wearing is very similar to what you see before you. Still very gaudy and heavily layered, and she still has all these rings about her, but you see just a small bag that she carries with her and small little trinkets that she places on the bench that she sits on as she is observing this small lake. But that is the most that you can see in this thought detection.
So, just to piece this together, I have seen that this woman is from the Feywild. Is that what I'm gathering?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. After a moment of focusing in on all of this, Poigny will kind of ease a little bit, but there's still a little bit of tenseness in his demeanor. He'll stop deep diving, but he's going to leave the surface thoughts scanning open as he backs off and just kind of takes a few steps away from her. No longer like towering over and staring daggers at her. But as he like turns around to like walk back, he's going to place a hand on Mistwind's shoulder and he's going to lean in and whisper, "Be very careful.
Oh, I know.
What you purchase from her."
Oh, I know.
No, you do not. And he leaves it at that.
Okay. Anyway, I think my friend Anders and I here would like to see some of your wares.
Absolutely. What are
at
you in the
least.
market for?
I'd like to see the book that you said was interesting. Yeah, look at it.
It is quite interesting, and she pulls it out, unhooks it from the inside of her robe, and she hands it over to you, book bound open. You see it's completely empty. This one's really fun. Write your name in it,
But
if you own it.
there's nothing there.
That's the fun part.
What do you want for it?
As we've already agreed that I am in need of coin, 1,000 gold will do.
For a blank book.
Yes.
Seems a bit steep.
You don't know what this book does, darling.
Are you going to tell me?
Mm-mm. That ruins the fun.
I mean, Anders, if I were you, I'd take it.
You want to buy it for me?
I mean, I would.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you had to think. It's just gold.
Oh, I have that much gold?
There are much more precious things that could be bargained for here. Gold is not one of them.
I am a monk. I do like books. Okay, so this is most interesting from your perspective. I am but a humble monk. What do you think would be most interesting from my perspective.
Let me see here, and she kind of rifles through a lot of her stuff here. Oh, I don't think the sphere would interest you. Perhaps the cane. I've got an emerald here, but you seem quite preoccupied with another gem on your hands. Do you have some cards?
Turley gives you a sideways glance.
Yeah. Anders cocks his head when she says the thing about the other gem.
Wipe that from your mind. Think of anything else that's here. Got a deck of cards? This nice rug, perhaps? That
Perhaps
book
not.
you seem interested in?
Perhaps not the cards.
DM,
Sure.
I want to see the cards.
Why are you guys so weird about the cards? What are the cards?
Bunyi's already got cards.
Yeah, well, I don't have cards.
They're quite
And
fun.
if I had my own cards, maybe then Queenie could teach me some of the tricks that he does.
You can do a lot of tricks with these cards.
What are they?
Can't tell you. Ruins the fun.
Well, can I see them?
Nope. You can see the deck, the casing. But you
Okay,
may not
deal.
pull any of them out.
Oh my god.
Funny thing is I think I know what it is, and I think I know what everyone else thinks what they think they know it is, but it's not the thing that they think it is.
Yeah, Kelby just nod.
Can I see the box?
Of course.
God.
She will unhinge a small box from a clip that is inside her robe and hand it over to you. It is wrapped in a sheen of bright white light. So basically the fantasy equivalent of being shrink wrapped. And it has beautiful, beautiful art on it. Like, think like Art Nouveau kind of style. It doesn't have any lettering on it whatsoever. All it does have is beautiful imagery that kind of shifts as you turn it in whatever light you might still have here in this forest. It shifts images from a sword to a dragon to a pile of coins back to another sword to a king, and then it just kind of keeps shifting as you move it around.
And they're not just normal cards.
Mm-mm.
How much?
3,000 gold.
3,000 gold.
Wow.
But the book was only 1,000.
Oh, but the book can't do what these can.
What am I getting from the surface thoughts that she's talking about this deck?
You hear a mild panic of her saying, "Please don't open them. Please, God, don't open them. Please, don't open them."
Using the... We now have a telekinetic link, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, I forgot.
Open
about
them.
Hey, mentally, hey, do you think it's a good idea to be talking mentally with this person? And I just look right at her to see if she reacts to me talking in my head.
She does not react at all.
I will give you 500 gold for the book.
Absolutely not.
Are you not willing to negotiate at all?
Not for 500. Are you kidding me?
Well, make a counteroffer.
What did I say? 3,000
No,
Oh,
you
for the
said
cards,
1,000
1,000 for the book.
1,000 for the book.
for the book? If you're interested in the book, you want it for less than 1,000. How does 900 sound?
800 would be better.
875.
875.
Final offer?
875, I agree.
Excellent. You still have the book in your hands. It gives a slight shimmer. It's yours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You seriously just had that much money?
What's the point in having cards if you can't take them out? Yeah, like
Yes.
I can't look at them?
Do not listen to her, Kelby. Open them.
Okay, hold on. I gotta clarify something.
Mhm.
So the four of them can talk to me, and I can talk to the four of them. So whatever he's saying is getting filtered through me to her.
Through the brainwave, just so everybody knows, who hasn't already figured it out, we are dealing with a powerful fae, so be careful.
You pass that along, Anders.
Yeah. That
Kelby-
one comes straight through as said as.
Yeah, Kelby will tilt her head to the side and like look at Gilded, just kind of like give her like a up down, like really, like
Okay, so you have a book and you have some cards. Do you have anything for like, I don't know, weapons or anything?
Yeah, of course. And she unhooks the cane that's the closest to her in her robe and holds it out with both of her hands to you. I've got this.
Are you gonna tell me what it does, or do I have to buy it first?
You have to buy it first.
How much is it?
300 gold.
Okay, hang on for 1 second, and I telepathically communicate to Anders. Exactly how much money did you have on you?
Me?
Yeah.
300 platinum and 3,500 gold.
Because that's a cane, and it's just under what I have.
Well, Miss Wynn's family was very generous after we.
I understand that, but I'm saying it seems like what she's offering us is specific to what we can afford and we have.
I mean, I think Kelby has quite a bit.
No, but it's a cane, and I limp, and I only have 300 gold.
You want me to buy you the cane?
No, I'm saying never mind.
I'll buy the cane.
Does no one here read books?
I read
Do
books.
we not know what this is? This is a standard monkey's paw. And we invented this in the third circle, and you are falling for it. I'm going to shit in the corner from nervousness. Excuse me.
Question.
Hey, where's Pong Yi going?
Nowhere. Don't worry about it.
Question. If I buy something, am I free to give it to someone else?
It's yours to do with what you will.
Then I'll take the cane.
Okay.
Here's 300.
Thank you.
Here you go, Turley.
You can keep that.
No, I insist.
No, I will perhaps take it at a later time.
Then I will hold on to the cane.
Yadania, can I ask you a pretty forward question?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a fae?
Wondered how long it would take any of you to figure that out. Yeah.
Well, why are you leaving?
Leaving Wildemount. Just Heading over to Taldori, that's all.
But why?
More business. Don't like being stuck in one place for too long, and I've been here for a long time.
You know Lushgut, yeah? 'Cause you've been here a long time.
I've come through here several times, yes.
It's different now.
Very different now. Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything that can help fix it?
I wish, honestly. I tried at first. Nothing really worked.
Nope. Should I buy this deck of cards or no?
I would advise against it.
She'll hand it back.
Thank you. She'll just neatly clip it back into her robe.
What would you
What-
have me buy? If I was trying to help the forest.
Trying to help the forest. And not just
Well,
yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of like from the forest in a weird way. I'd be helping myself.
Well, there's a few things in here that might interest you. One of them's just kind of for fun. So if you need a bit of a pick-me-up, this little sphere over here, and she points towards a wooden sphere, I'll tell you what that does. It tastes like caramel ice cream. And that's it.
How much is it?
If you buy something else, I'll give it to you.
What else do you got?
Kelby's eyes are just like this big.
Well, I have some potions. They're healing. Don't worry, I don't experiment with making my own. These are all procured elsewhere, and I'm just reselling them for other people to benefit on the road. So if you're interested in that, I have some of those in varying sizes, and she like kind of hikes up the robe a little bit, and a pocket kind of unfolds a little bit, and you see like different size vials and bottles of different sizes of potions of healing. So I have those over here. Ah, shit. And she like starts picking things off the ground from that side of the robe that's just completely burnt. I mean, I've got this robe. Not robe, rug. I'm wearing a robe. The rug's kind of fun. Again, can't really tell you what it does, but I have that. I have this emerald here.
Okay. I'll take the rug
Okay.
and I'll take some of the healing potions.
Excellent.
But now I'm really curious about that deck of cards.
Oh, God.
For anyone else in your group, I would wholeheartedly sell them to you, but you, sweetheart, I would not sell this to you.
You get little stars in her eyes as you say that. Like now they are the forbidden fruit.
I understand they are tempting. They really are. They're quite fun, actually. Made them myself. But they are potentially dangerous.
Yeah, I'll take the rug and
And then like healing potions, GM, we can sort that out. However, I don't feel necessary to talk those details in this moment.
That's totally fair.
So
just kind of like hand over a small assortment of them. All right.
Okay.
Potions, the rug, the sphere. She hands that directly to you.
Kelby just like
Just pours it into your hands. You now have to carry all your potions like this.
Right.
Yeah, just
Haha, I'm a
Sad.
Fae and I'm Trixie. You.
and like taking it, she'll be like, she'll have the ice cream orb and the rug, and just go look at the rest of the party.
One of you guys want to buy that deck of cards?
It's 1,000 gold from you, darling. In total, for everything.
And then maybe give it to me as a very thoughtful gift because I'm very upset later. Just throwing it out there.
This Kelby like walks away with her weird rug.
Kuan Yi is sweating, and you've never seen him drop a bead of sweat since you've met him. But he is raining right now.
One more question. Do you have anything of a protective nature? Or someone, say, who does not wear armor?
Ooh, I might be fresh out of that. I would say, for you, sir, this deck might prove useful to you. Keep it away from her, though.
Come on! I just want to know what it does!
She moves with a quickness you haven't seen anyone before you ever do. She is down on her knees in front of you, cupping your face, and just says, listen, I'm doing this to protect you. Not because I don't think you wouldn't have fun with these. You would. You would have so much fun. Like, the most fun with these.
You're
Believe
such
me.
an asshole.
Fun.
There is one card in this deck that would be very, very useful to you.
Can't we just pull it out and I can have it?
No, but I can grant you the luck to guarantee that that is the only card you will ever pull from this deck should one of your friends get this for you.
Kelby like turns, and it's like that cartoon, like her eyes are brimming with tears, like kind of
Oh my
wavering,
God.
and her cheeks are really like pink, and she just like stares at you guys like,
Look, I spent all the money I won on this fucking ring of warmth I can't use anymore. So don't look at me.
She just is still looking at Kelby and points over to Miss One. Give him the fucking cane.
Julie,
Please and thank you. And she
here's
just
the cane.
looks at you, Kelby. If you've ever seen, I'm sure most of you have, if you've ever seen any of like the Studio Ghibli movies, specifically Ponyo, where her mother comes into view and she's just this massive, hulking, beautiful moon goddess who like very quickly warps into different shapes. Her moving around in this fashion is very much like that. She is shifting between forms in order to get to these different locations, either where she was standing to directly in front of you, looking over at you, Mistwin. She's still very much human in the 99% of the time that you are focusing on her, but in these shifted moments, you see her ears elongate and her hair flow behind her until it just kind of elastic bands back into place into her human form.
As he holds the cane out, I will say, I'll look right at this woman and say, is it cursed?
The cane?
Well, I know I'm cursed, so I'm talking about the cane, yeah.
That curse can be taken away, but the cane is fine. It might prove useful to you.
Yeah, no, I figured that out.
You wouldn't
Trixie
have to
sent
carry 2 canes. That's all I'll say.
Take the cane. I have a spell that I haven't had a chance to cast yet.
Castaway.
No, I meant, like, if it's cursed, but hang on. Hang on, I'm not gonna let this go. You said that curse can be taken away.
So the deck of cards, and she just pays entire attention to Kelby. There is only one card in here for you. You can hold on to the deck, and other people can draw from it. You get one chance to draw from it, and they will not pull the card that is guaranteed for you. Only you can.
Oh, okay. But I can't buy it.
You keep that. You have plans for that money.
And you said 3,000 gold for the deck of cards.
Considering if you were all to share this, I would bump it down to 2,500. Still need to make a profit here, darling.
I'll buy the deck.
You will. What a good friend.
Is there anything that you would recommend specifically for the rest of us? Or will the cards suffice?
Well, I am quite running out of stock at this point. I really only have that emerald left as far as what I think would be useful to you all. A couple extra potions, but besides that, trinkets.
We'll take the emerald too.
Okay.
How much?
500.
Done.
Excellent.
I hand her 300 platinum.
Shit. She takes it and just kind of like her eyes glisten a bit, and you see her just wrap her hand around it and open her hand, and the money is gone. Thank you all. You all are heading north, is that right?
That's right, but before you do anything or leave, you promised that if we bought the cards that you would ensure that Kelby can only draw one.
It's already been done. She doesn't have to draw it right now. There will come a time where you will find use for drawing that card.
And that is all I ask.
And,
It's
How will I
just
know?
for her. You'll just know. It may come
Before you
sooner
go-
than you think, but it may be
I'm
later.
sorry.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Before you go, I just want to circle back to one thing. You said you had the same thing happen to you that happened to us?
The dreams. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
What did you all dream about?
Fairly briefly looks around and then says, my first love.
Lost first love. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Holds a lot of power. You should think on that. What that means to you.
I saw my grandma.
You did. Was she well? Bad luck. What about you, little one? And you see her just kind of slump down to your level. Kelby? What did you see?
I saw my grandpa. He's the one that told me about the Fae, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of him still remains here. A lot of it does. What about you two? Looking over to Mistwin and Poignet.
Poignet is like looking at her like, I know what you are. You can't. And looks at you almost like a business owner would look at a competing business. Like, I want for nothing that you have crafted. And it would seem that little Kelby has taken those that you have not. I do have a question.
I might have an answer.
Was it you who produced those images?
No. There's someone else here that's doing that. Not in the immediate nature. Maybe even further than you think, but someone is doing that.
And powerful enough to make you experience that.
Sure, why not? Everyone dreams.
I do. My dreams are inconsequential, but
I doubt that, but continue.
I did see a person in a gray robe. It's the only thing that really stuck out. Do you know who that might be?
Nope.
They were in my dream too.
Mine too.
Shared experience then.
We
Ooh. Someone's trying to talk to you.
With black goo.
Maybe. I don't have all the answers. Sorry. Well, you've cleared me out of the majority of my wares. I'm gonna need to restock somewhere on the way up to Taldori. I'm sure I'll find some way to gain new wares. In the meantime, it was very nice meeting all of you. Be safe out there.
Wait, and before she can get up, Kelby kind of reaches out, like drops her rug and grabs Gildania's hand, and kind of like pulls, like looks around and leans forward, like conspiratorially.
Do you know if the spirit of the forest is okay?
She like sinks down to your level, but in a way that like her robes and the clothing that drapes around her kind of mushrooms out into, like, I don't know, imagine like a princess dress that kind of poofs out a little bit. Is it still out there? Yep.
Just like that? How'd you do that? How do you know?
Secrets. Can't quite tell them all.
All right, fine.
Kelby will then use this opportunity to hug Gildania, just like right around the neck, and like bury her face in her hair and whisper like
Thank you.
before letting go and picking her rug back up.
The hug that you feel is nearly identical in size to you. She would have shrunk down specifically to your size to provide the most equal sort of hug with you. Similar arm length, stature. Her robes and her hair are still extremely long. And then she'll kind of rubber band back into her form as you both release from the hug. She'll kind of part ways with you and look down at you and wink. You can just call me Gil. And she'll give a slight bow and make her way north.
Au revoir, Mère Sergeant. We will meet again.
I hope so. A faint giggle follows. And you all are left in this fireball beaten clearing with a bunch of random stuff.
I would like to fuck around with my cane.
Okay.
Does
do you
it
do with
detach itself like as a sword or anything? Like, can I like separate it?
You start like messing around with it, and it like starts to awkwardly like vibrate, and it seems magnetized to the walking cane that you have.
I'll take the walking cane and I will put the cane against it.
it vibrates even more to the point where it starts to grow in size and just completely envelop your previous walking cane.
They don't.
I mean, I can fix a curse. I don't know if I can fix that. Well, I was attuned to the cane before. Am I automatically attuned to it still, or do I need to spend time with it?
You start thinking of the other cane, and the new cane in your hand swoop, transforms into it.
Do that again.
I would like to think of a giant stalk of celery.
Nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would like to think of a horse's leg attached to a lampshade, or what I would imagine a lampshade would look like.
Nothing happens.
I will think of a sword.
Nothing happens.
Think of the cane as it once was.
It transforms back into the kind of metallic-y cane that was just purchased.
Are there white tips on both ends of this cane?
No.
You know, every time you do that, you take a year off the end of your life. I'm not sure if that was implied in the deal you made with that charlatan.
I understand that. The thing is, and what you don't know, is I'm already pretty close, and I'd be fine with that at this point. So, okay.
So we're playing around with her new stuff. She said
It's
she
Christmas
made
morning,
mention.
everyone's playing with their toys.
She mentioned in all of that writing my name in the book.
Mhm.
So I will pull out of my forgery kit a quill or equivalent and write my name on the front, inside the front cover of the book.
Okay. You do so, and the ink seeps into the page, leaving it completely blank again. You have a sudden epiphany of exactly how this thing works. You feel like you are... It's just kind of a mental thing, but you feel like you have the core of your abilities as a monk and a rogue sitting in front of you. And they are on impossibly heavy pillars. They cannot move. They're indented and carved directly into these pillars. But for a split second, you feel like you can take the different... You can take two of them and swap them. So, logistically, you can take two of your core skills, charisma, intelligence, strength, whatever, and swap those numbers. It lasts for a day.
That kind of sucks because all my numbers are the same. Oh well. Okay.
What
For
is
a
my
day, and
emerald
then they
do?
revert back
Mm-hmm.
to the original. Okay.
Yeah.
I stare longingly into this emerald, trying to ascertain its true nature.
Okay. It looks like a nice, shining, shimmering emerald. Look at that. It's beautiful and green and shiny.
I pull a card. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have the deck, don't you?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on to him.
Do it, coward.
I will not be baited, sir.
Coward
Kelby, like, carefully stores the potions in her pack before turning to this. Well, she then looks at the ice cream maker and the rug, decides that the ice cream maker is more pressing in this moment and wants to figure out what the heck that even is.
You will recall Gil saying, "It just tastes like caramel ice cream."
Perfect. Yeah, it's just she's got a candy. She'll kind of like hold it and be like, later. Put that in her pocket and then take a gander at this rug.
Okay. What are you doing with the rug? Just looking at it?
It's rolled up, right?
Mhm.
She would take two of the corners and unroll it to try and see the full pattern and give it a shake.
You try and find a corner and you kind of just keep going in a circle and it unfurls and you realize it's just a small circular rug. There are no corners. It is all black.
Okay.
Carpet tube?
What?
Carpet tube? No corners, just a tube of carpet?
Yeah,
Is it
she's gonna lay it on the ground.
Okay. You do that and it's like it was, you know, kind of a short, stringy carpet. As soon as you put it on the ground, it becomes a 3-foot wide black hole.
Kelby.
Hey, don't
spit.
spit in my rug!
Well, that's just Looney Tunes, the way that works.
Oh, very good. Very droll.
Kelby will like lean forward and kind of hello, like into this hole. Does it echo?
Hello? 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 Hello?
It's just a bit. I have a...
And Kelby will kind of carefully peel up. Go to peel up the edges, but look for a stick first and then throw it down.
Okay.
Does the stick just go down?
Oh, you throw a stick in there? Yeah, just...
It disappears.
How deep do you think the hole is?
I don't know. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
Deep enough to echo.
it's deep enough to echo multiple times.
Okay. We throw a stick in there and you don't hear anything.
They ain't throwing my stick in there next.
This could be really useful.
Who knows how many sticks have been in there?
Queenie,
Yeah?
that spell that you cast, the one where it makes
Which
you
one?
fall real slow,
We.
can you cast that on anybody?
Absolutely.
This is
Oh,
a
this is
goddamn
very
mistake.
good.
Oh, this is
And
This
Kelby
is a-
rolls.
this is an
Kelby
absolute
rolls
mistake.
up. No, she rolls up the rug. Like she's just like shit-eating grin on her face. Like,
Oh. Kuan Yi had like a card in his hand. He goes, "Oh, you did not mean." Okay, not now. Is what you were saying.
Not now. Later. But hey, Queenie. Probably later.
Okay. I don't know
Have
what
you
that
thought-
means.
Have you thought about how you're gonna get back out?
Oh, it's not for me.
Oh. Oh.
She wants to welcome other people into her hole.
Well, they have to buy me dinner first, Queenie.
I don't understand what y'all are saying.
Yes, you do.
You're going to have to buy one for me too, because if I'm going to sit back and watch and cast this spell, then I'm going to want dinner with theater. I'm just saying.
I mean, I think that's reasonable. Have I never not put on a great show?
Do you want an honest answer to that?
Of course.
Be nice.
No, you have not. You have never not put on a great show.
I know. It's cute that you would suggest that I didn't. Even if just for a split second.
You almost believed it too.
Maybe. Any other treasures we need to look at? Oh, Mistwin,
I,
thank you for buying that deck part.
of course.
And I'm sorry about last night. I was really upset and I lashed out at you because I was feeling a lot of feelings, like a lot of big feelings. I'm just little and sometimes it gets overwhelming. But that's not an excuse for me to be awful to you. And I yelled at you when you were just trying to help me, and I feel really badly about it. And I hope you can forgive me.
Of course, kill me.
And Toby gives us a hug.
You hug back. Little hugs.
Okay, are we ready to go?
72.
72 up.
72 years.
Yeah.
11 months. 6 hours.
It's funny, we shook on that, but you didn't ask me where I thought I was gonna go. Or where I guess I will be going instead of hell.
Oh, well, that is because... How old are you?
I'm 22.
It's too late for you to make any difference now in the course of your life, so enjoy the now while you can. You're coming to hell.
I don't think so. I have other plans.
Okay, I will let it go there. But 72 years, you have shortened your lifespan by using that infernal hole.
I don't think it's infernal. I think
It certainly didn't come from the abyss.
Ignore that, sorry.
Are we ready to keep going?
You think so?
Yes.
We didn't find
Should
what
keep
made
going.
us invisible or gave us the weird dreams.
No, but she did say it was someone, so at least we know that.
Oh, yes.
not-
We have narrowed it down by at least 6
Well,
people now.
It could have easily been the circumstances of the world, It didn't have to be a person.
Sure.
I have a feeling that we will meet this person just by continuing on where we're going.
Agreed.
Sorry, I was thinking about a flag. What? Person again? The same person we just met?
No.
Oh, this
no.
person in the gray robes
Oh,
from the
yeah.
dreams. Whoever put that spell on us.
Do you... and he kind of looks at Kelby for a second, judging whether he should say this. Kelby, you don't think that's your grandfather, do you?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, that fey creature said that your grandfather was like a part of this place, like more than you knew. I mean, what if it's the place that's doing it to us and it's your grandfather trying to influence us?
Well, he has a weird fucking way of doing it.
Well, now hear me out, though. I mean, look at the world around us. It's not exactly doing great right now, right? But the thing is, if he were to reach out to us, he'd try to pick out something from our heads that would resonate with us as positive, as good. But that good thing turns bad, just like this forest did.
I don't know what she meant. My grandpa died. He's been dead for a while, and I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like what he said, and he's a part of the spirit of the forest now, or maybe.
And she kind of grins at Poignet.
Or maybe he did what we always said that we would do and became one of the stars. But doesn't feel like it would be him. In my dreams, I saw him and he melted.
As I said, I had punch.
Yeah,
Figured out.
I think it's a good idea, but there's that figure in a gray robe. I've never seen anybody like that, and Grandpa Wolver didn't wear anything.
I'm sorry, did you just say your grandpa didn't wear anything?
Grandpa walked around in the nude. No wonder he died. He probably caught a cold and didn't. I'm sorry.
Like
that's
naked and afraid in the woods? Is that kind of the situation we're talking about?
What, you guys never just want to be out in nature as nature intended? You never lived on the wild side? Felt the breeze between your cheeks?
Kelby, I don't wear clothes on a turtle. I just have a cloak on my back.
Also, he has no cheeks.
You don't
It's
know
true.
that.
No, we do. There was a moment when you were away the other night.
He looked right under my shell.
Yeah.
Oh, getting rather intimate, I see.
It was hideous. I will never sleep again.
I farted right on his face.
Anyways, I don't think it's him, but it was a good idea, Turley. Maybe I'm wrong. It could be. It'd just be really weird that he would be talking to each of you guys. I mean, none of you guys knew him. So how would he know about all of your stuff? Your first love, Turley, or missed when you said you saw someone?
I mean, how would the Fey woman have known?
And she's Fey, it's different.
But if your grandfather's become one with the spirit of the woods, your grandfather's different now. You know what I'm saying?
Really,
Look,
I don't think that it's her grandfather. None of us visions were good. All of the visions that were shown to us were of our greatest losses.
To be fair, we don't know her grandfather very well either, so... Tell me, Kelby, amidst all these stories of becoming stars and feeling the wind in between your cheeks, was your grandfather a bit of a dick?
It depends. Define a bit of a dick. Like you?
Was he,
She got you there.
No, not like me. I'm a wholecock. But your grandfather... Did he eat children in between those wonderful stories or anything? Did he perhaps sacrifice goats? Did he... Did he foster a house full of changeling children?
I don't even know what that sentence means. No, he was just a grandpa. He sang songs and told stories of his travels. He used this focus and did magic. Sometimes on certain nights, clear nights, I'd go out and he would do incredible magic. And I get to watch and he'd talk me through the spells. He taught me how to play the lute and how to string it. He was just kind and funny. and everything I needed him to be.
Okay, so he wasn't a dick.
About your dad, was he like your grandpa?
No. No, he's.
Okay, then. Your dad was not like your grandfather. Understood.
Sorry, it's just. It's complicated. He had a business to run. And the business was a family business, so he had a family to run. Means to an end. There's no magic, no whimsy, no charm, just a job and resources and people to do it.
What kind of business
You told us,
was your father into?
smugglers? Her family was smugglers.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. This has been enlightening, but we have a whole 1 mile to travel over the next 12 hours. Should we make headway on this now, or
If you want,
should
I
we
can
set
try.
up camp 10 feet that way?
I can try throwing you in this pit, and we can see if you hit the bottom by the time we make it to where we're trying to go.
I'm
Could be
wondering,
nice.
I'm wondering something. If you put the rug on the ground, let's say you're in a room.
Mhm.
You put the rug on the ground, and someone jumps in. Can you pick the rug up and put it on the ceiling, and they will fall out?
I don't know, but I was wondering about that. And also, if I put someone in the pit, and then I pick the rug up and I take it, I move it 5 feet, and I put it back down, are they still in the pit, or are they trapped?
Right.
Does the ground like shrink up and smush them? I think the only way for us to find out is to find somebody worthy of being thrown in the pit.
Rock, paper, scissors?
No, not one of us. We can't
Oh.
test with us. We have to find a worthy candidate, someone that we must throw into the pit. The pit demands a sacrifice.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
What is the criteria that we will be searching for this perfect candidate?
I'm so glad that you asked.
Of course.
I feel like it should be someone that we don't like, and we won't mourn, just in case the ground does actually smush them.
Hold on a second. Dwa!
No,
He
it can't
grabs
be
Dwa
Dwa.
and he yanks his tail off and he turns into a pad and pen and starts writing this down. No. I am
Okay.
keeping a record.
See, and I'm thinking what we can do is if we want to keep them alive for longer, that's why I asked you about your spell. It's because if we cast Featherfall on them, they won't fall. If there is a bottom to the bottomless
Oh no,
rug
if I
pit.
cast this spell, they will fall forever and die mid-flight. It's...
Well, no, I mean
It's
with
a
time, but they
torture
won't
that
hit.
no one
They
should
won't.
endure.
They won't hit the bottom. Like, and what I'm saying is, they won't hit the bottom. So if there is a bottom later, maybe potentially when we unroll the pit, there'll be pit presence inside.
Okay, so criteria number 1, we don't like them.
Yes.
We don't like them, but we might need them for later.
Like
We don't like them. Criteria number 2, they're important.
Yes.
like a backpack for a person.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, kind of.
So
yeah.
someone important that we don't like.
Yeah.
What is criteria number 3?
Well, I guess it depends on how. If you.
I think those two are enough.
No, I
Just
think there
someone
should
we
be a
don't
third.
like that is important?
Yes.
I think there should be a third criteria.
At least 3.
Well, they have to be. It has to be someone that we can actually throw in the pit.
Sure, but that
Oh.
goes without saying, otherwise they wouldn't go in the pit, you know.
Has to be someone who does not have wings or the ability to fly.
This is all good criteria.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
actually a really good idea. Yeah. It should probably be somebody younger too, so that they can live longer as they're falling to their inevitable doom. So we
Like,
have more time for
old people.
experimentation.
No old people, yes.
So important, we don't like them, incapable of flight, and young. Perhaps I shouldn't be writing this down and leaving a paper trail. I don't.
No, I think it's important because what happens if we forget? Like, it's nice to have a list to check off, you know, as we're talking to someone, we're having like a good conversation. Like,
Sure.
we don't like them off the top of our dome. Become pit
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Now,
Like,
that
now
gives us 4
the protocol
criteria.
begins.
My concern is that we only have 4 now, and perhaps to make the list look more official, we should round it up to like an
5.
even 10.
Oh, 10. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it can be a work in progress, right? We don't have to.
Yeah, not right now. I'm not
What?
We
saying.
can add
We can ask-
criteria as
Well,
we go.
no, we can't ask them if they're a vampire. I think all vampires should get thrown into the pit.
I wholeheartedly agree with this idea.
So,
All in
do we
favor
want
say
this to be
aye.
criteria, or should
Wait.
this be?
Can't vampires?
Live forever,
Right.
which means
Yes, but here's my question: is that if we ask them if they are a vampire, do they have to admit they are a vampire? Are they like police?
Oh yes, that is the rule. They have
hang
to
on.
tell you.
No,
The-
wait, hang on, Anders. How
all
do you know that they
vampires are
fly?
bastards.
How do you
What?
know that they fly, Anders? Are you a goddamn vampire and you're still hiding it from us?
See, that's the thing.
I don't
like,
think Anders is a vampire.
You don't know.
he does not have the. He's young
What? Okay,
and he cannot fly.
I think we're gonna fade out on this conversation. It's just I can see this.
But wait a
going
minute. But wait a minute.
down.
The vampire could live forever, and we could experiment on him
I
for all
want
time.
to. I want to
right?
establish
That's
this
what I'm
conversation
saying.
goes on for another 5 hours at least, during
While we're
100%.
traveling the next 30 yards.
so that we can
Absolutely.
flash back to this moment in the future if need be.
I think that's where. Yeah, the conversation fades to black as the camera pulls back. The party making their way down this incredibly narrow path, making surprising time now that they have something to talk through. And I think, god damn it, yeah, I think this is where we're gonna have to end the session for tonight. Oh, I love this so much.